the government, they'll put you in prison. But when they lie to all of us, it's called being a politician. You think taking guns away will save our kids from the killings? But you're pro-choice, abortion kills way more children. If America's so terrible and racist, it probably isn't safe to encourage immigration. Just saying, all the contradictions are embarrassing. You know who hates America the most? Americans.
Joe Biden.
And another drone hits the ocean.
Joe Mama.
Poor drone. My condolences to Mr. and Mrs. Drone.
I gotta get me a shit hat like that. That's a
What's
shit
happening,
kicking
everybody?
You better be talking about Deer's Head.
Yeah,
We were
that's a shit
just
kicking
wasting
hat.
a great conversation about St. Paddy's Day in honor of the Green Man crew.
He was Italian.
With his night vision. I can make us bigger.
That's what she said.
Point.
No, you shouldn't do that. That shows too much. Scare people away.
Yeah, actually, you being on camera is kind of a rarity. Usually you're naked.
Well,
What the fuck started stuff now?
hey, you see food going into my mouth?
It's all about tradition.
Want to take off my shirt and do some jumping jacks for you,
No,
Mikey?
please don't. No.
He's got the slow motion rig on his camera. He can do
Gonna
that.
do some lunges?
No, because the gray and the beard's killing enough to kill me.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Andrew Zimmerman. Off the road. What you going to be eating tonight, Andrew? Some like broiled rat or something?
Little blue.
Well, I'll tell you what I had tonight for dinner. We had
Oh, my phone's ringing.
a chicken cordon bleu. Chicken cordon bleu with some smoked flavored garlic green beans.
So where did
and
you
some
fly to?
skin on mashed potatoes.
Where did you fly to get the chicken cordon bleu?
Meyer grocery store came in a box.
Got you. Remember that used to be the meal on flights.
Oh, was it? I don't know. I've
Well,
never
it's either
been on a
chicken-
plane I've never been on a flight long enough to get more than a bag of peanuts.
Oh, all that in a bag of peanuts. Mm-hmm. Prepping to endure. Nice to see you, brother. Gear Grinding's with us. I think he's getting changed into his chat gear.
Y'all having a good one? Hope
There
you
he
are.
Are you half naked? Mr. SKS Hugo, what's up, brother? Nice to see you. The beautiful Dish Outdoors.
Hi, everybody.
Mr. Mike DeLucia. How's the you okay?
But
Wow,
he's muted. He's talking on his phone. He's trying to figure out his phone.
They extracted his voice. Did I miss anybody? No, Susie's taking a nap or getting in a bath or something.
Okay.
Some kind of girly, whatever. I expect her to go by naked here in a few minutes.
Okay, cool.
Hello. Brightens my day. I can turn the camera if anybody, no biggie.
Gear's getting his camera ready.
Screenshot. I got other invites out. I don't know who's coming. A lot of people might be hungover, considering St. Paddy's Day and all the goodness.
I can tell you Gunpowder won't be here. She's at a wedding.
Oh.
Congratulations to Roll Call 219.
Oh, that's right. Roll Call.
Another YouTuber, great channel he has. So
Right on.
he's
Cool.
making the big mistake today or whatever.
So now wait a minute though. I thought Gunpowder Beauty was already married, so she has two husbands now to clean up.
No. They're just really good friends, and they're going up to participate in the festivities of the wedding and probably the after party. And
Sweet. MCK, what's up? Nice to see you.
Tardot is also there. I've seen some pictures. And
Is he still
Mikey, you're
yelling at his
muted.
muted mic?
Mikey's muted.
That would be a third husband, though, wouldn't it? You got Tardot, you got Ohio. So
Oh, no shit. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
We're starting rumors, anywho.
might as well. I mean, Other people did.
2 ATVs, what's up?
Howdy, howdy.
Oh,
Well, there
we're
goes the
live because
neighborhood,
you're
y'all.
below the belt.
I'm here to tear the neighborhood down.
That's what I'm saying. Here goes the neighborhood. Look
Yeah.
who moved in now.
Well,
He's
God damn.
2 doors down from me.
I'm not Antifa.
That
I'm
way.
anti-Biden. So I mean,
Yeah, what's up, kid? Where'd the hat go?
Uh-oh.
what?
I don't know if Stump's watching or not, but he probably won't be up on panel tonight.
Stump just popped in down below. What's up, brother?
If you need a spot, I'll give him
He
back
got
up.
his hat on.
Oh,
No.
Stay in the trunk, Gear. Don't go nowhere. What
What
up, Stump? We're live, you handsome
Howdy,
devil.
howdy.
Lord have mercy. It's a Yeti.
I had to come in long enough to say hey, and if y'all checked Facebook, me and the cop are both still alive. So, yay for now.
Well, that's
Yeah,
good.
It's always a
background,
plus.
that background doesn't look familiar to me. It looks like you might be someplace that I don't know. What's going on there, brother? You okay?
Yeah, they got me in the hospital after the cop pulled out in front of me, and I drove damn near, literally drove into his driver's door because he's a stupid fucking reject. What do you expect, goddamn cop? No offense to you, Ohio. I understand you are one of them or related to one or something. You should be right now. But yeah,
I don't hate you for your faults, my man. You know, you can't all be like me.
Some cocksucker, man, he flips on his.
Oh, Benny puts on his lights?
No, he turns on his lights, gets out in the fucking grass. And we're trying to stop. Me and the car in front of me, the one that's trying to get fine. And I was a Smith System defensive driving instructor for multiple years. Ohio law enforcement should probably be familiar with that. That's kind of the standard.
Ohio law enforcement.
Not that. So, I mean, I know the fucking drill and the routine. I'm staring into his goddamn window looking for him to look up from his fucking dick to see what the hell's actually going on. And no, he never looked at his fucking mirror. So, well, I'm sliding the truck trying to stop. Boom, right into his door.
Were you on a like a 2-lane highway or something like that?
Yep.
Yep.
2-lane US Highway 178, State Road, 2-lane blacktop.
So was he
Oh,
like in
that's
the
it.
median, or did he come like off the medium into the road or something right in front of you?
He was in front of me, northbound, same as myself, southbound car, top the hill or whatever, speeding. And he tried to do a very wide U-turn in the middle of traffic because he's a fucking idiot, like most goddamn cops.
Wow.
So was he? So like, I'm gonna guess, was he like in the right-hand lane, and you were
There's
traveling
only two
behind him,
lanes.
and then
One
he went to
lane
do a
north.
U-turn and just you T-boned him?
Yeah, there's 2 lanes, one northbound, one southbound. He was in
Oh.
front of me traveling northbound, same as myself. Seen a southbound car, tried to hang a wide U-turn. It was too stupid.
So he did a fucking jug handle, right?
He was too stupid to use his fucking neck to turn his goddamn head or his fucking mirrors, like most of the goddamn people with fucking lights on their cars.
Wow.
And if any of you happen to be watching the audience, you're part of law enforcement, please feel free. Go fuck your goddamn self.
Well, I had one when I was bobtailing one day, and I had one do that on the damn interstate, pouring down rain, and he jumps, he cuts my almost. If I'd had a long nose, he'd tore the front end off that. He
Yeah.
cut off to the side of the road to get in his hiding spot. It pouring down rain, and I'm bobtail in a cab over, so here I am bouncing up and down all over the road trying to keep from running over that bastard.
Wow. And
What,
they,
now, when you say bobtail, does that mean no trailer?
No trailer.
Okay.
yep.
I'm just putting it out there because not everybody knows. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what hospital are you at? I want the address because it looked like you just did a shot of whiskey out of that glass.
If not, you just drink your piss, one or the other.
Yeah, like
This is that round.
you know those bottles they give you to piss in? Can you imagine if he like brought one of those up with a handle and just drink out of it.
The tea was very watered down with ice.
Yeah, that looks like fucking.
The
That
best
looks
part
like
about
that-
being in the hospital is getting those little tiny cans of Shasta lime lemon pop, and it makes you look like you're a fucking giant holding it in your hand.
Airline soda.
Shit humankind has ever tried to drink.
That looks like. It looks like. Fuck, I can't think of the name of it.
Now, I'm damn glad to hear that you survived, brother, without major injury. Let's see if the guy's going to be an asshole.
Well, right now, before I worry about him being an asshole or being honest or whatever, we got to get past this whole thing of, I've got a kidney that's bleeding right now from the wreck, and they're trying to sort that shit.
Lovely. Just lovely. Lawsuit. Just saying.
Be a fucking dick and say this shit was my fault. So help me God, they're going to rewrite maps because Greenwood, South Carolina will be called Stumpville.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
Either that or to be called Ashtown because I'll burn Clements to the fucking ground.
Yeah, you got to be responsible and look in your goddamn mirrors. It doesn't matter who you are.
Go see if Mrs. Murphy has another cow. Just, do some cow tipping into a lantern.
There's some of that Northeast stuff up there.
No, come on. Chicago's not Northeast. You know who Mrs. Murphy's cow was? Mrs. Murphy's cow burned down the city of fucking Chicago.
Speaking of cow, hey, Uncle Kyle, what's
Swear to
up?
God.
Yeah,
Look
kicked
up.
over a lantern.
Mrs. Murphy's cow knocked over a lantern and burnt the whole fucking city right now.
Okay.
And that's
Hey.
where Michigan actually made a bunch of money selling them our white pine to rebuild the damn place.
Real quick, my wife just sent me this photo. It's of a newspaper clipping.
Oh, that's
Federal
not-
agents. If you can. Yeah, come on. Work.
Tilt.
Hang
It's
on.
the green light.
That's what I'm thinking. It's the green light.
No,
Shit. There it is.
There it is.
Finds weapons.
Brr.
Well, I hope they found some weapons in the damn gun shop.
Yeah, I'd be real suspicious if I didn't. Speaking of which, did you hear the awesome news about Robin Comey?
Who's Robin Comey?
A Democrat that just left. She is a state representative, just left a big meeting twice over the legal limit, ran into a dumpster and flipped her SUV. Democrat again, rules for thee, not for me.
Nothing will happen.
Oh, I'm sure it won't. Oh, and she's got a history of other incidences with drinking and driving.
Well,
Well, they got
Jesus
they
Christ.
shot a chief of police the other day too.
look at
Oh,
He's
Nancy
trying to
Pelosi.
tell his officers to turn their cameras off, and they wouldn't do it.
Welcome home.
Their body cam. I forgot what state it was in, but what town it was in.
Welcome home.
Welcome home to you and to everybody else. I'm going to back on up out of here. Let Gear come back on in here. I'm just going to kind of chill out and listen to y'all.
Good
All right,
idea.
son, get some rest, brother. Hope you feel better.
Man, I'm
Get better
probably,
there, son. Sure.
probably going to type the occasional extremely offensive comment to Delucia up there. But,
And don't let them harvest your organs, brother, while you're sleeping.
oh, hell no. They the bucket. They can do whatever they want. Torch whatever's left. There's a willow tree down on the pond. That's where the rest of it will go.
You
Be good. Later.
have a good one, bro.
All right. Yeah.
Damn, that wreck done shook his beard like all over the place. Santa Claus. Well, I'm glad he's okay. Another big thing in the news just before we came on, Tyson Chicken laying off thousands of people, trying to, make it chicken great again or something, because there's something,
No, there's
all their shit
there's
that's trying to get processed. So two
Sorry.
big giant plants having massive layoffs.
there's another big thing too is Trump says he's going to get arrested on Tuesday for the Stormy Daniels stuff happening in New York.
More bullshit.
Here's the thing though, with that, I gotta say, as I read Trump did like his official statement and he put it online or whatever. And he just gave them more fucking ammo because he did the whole thing, and then at the very end of it, before what he ended up with was going to be arrested on Tuesday or whatever.
Why is he getting arrested?
Go out and protest and take our country back. So how many dumbasses are going to take that for fucking something else that they can say?
What did he do?
The whole Stormy Daniels incident.
Shit.
Is this Stormy Daniels a fucking porn star?
Some Trumpers that are, the hardcore Trumpers will probably go someplace, do something stupid, and then they're going to be like, "Well, he told them to," and they listened.
Well, he also told him to eat. He also told him to drink a fucking Lysol too. But did they do it? I mean, come on, will you please?
Well, I'm sure somebody probably did. I'm sure they did.
Well, then they're fucking stupid for doing it.
Yeah, actually, that bumbling comment he made, they're actually doing something close to that now. By the way, just saying.
What's that?
Taking the blood out and disinfecting it and blah 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 blah.
Well, he didn't say drink Lysol or whatever.
So what exactly? Go ahead.
He said something about there's a process about bleaching the blood or bleaching something, and there is a medical thing that they do that, but it's not to go drink fucking Lysol and bleach.
Okay, so
he didn't say that. He said inject it or flush it through or some fucking.
Yeah, there's a process. It's an actual medical medical thing that they do that.
What exactly happened between him and Stormy Daniels?
She brought up some bogus lawsuit and he paid her off just to get rid of her.
Then number one, shame on him. When you do lawsuits like that, and I don't even have any money, and I already know what to do if I had money.
Well,
And just
here's the thing.
hang on.
Hush money. He gave her hush money, right?
It's not that. It's not even hush money.
No, it's the point that the lawyer that he paid, the lawyer he paid to take care of it, they're trying to prove that he paid the lawyer with campaign money, and that's where the problem is.
So here's the thing, right?
A billionaire having to spend campaign money to pay off a prostitute. I mean,
well, yeah, because he's not a billionaire.
Well, anyways,
he's barely a millionaire.
All I'm trying to say,
most of his money's all tied up in shit, and he's not.
Well, they all are.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, they just busted the Democrats laundering money through campaign.
Listen, they all do it.
Yeah, through campaign donation. It's a thing that what the fuck did they call it? It had some goofy name. The cartel uses it. They take a big wad of money, and for a small payment, they split that wad of money up between a lot of people. And then all those people donate to a central whatever, and then the money's basically laundered. Well, they just caught the Democratic Party doing that.
What I was trying to get to was that if they had a gag order, nobody can say anything about that whole fucking case.
Right.
So if they do, they get time for it. And they get their money taken away. So if she opened her mouth, she would lose the rest.
She didn't open her mouth. She don't know nothing except for
she's not even involved in this part of it. This is basically between him and his old lawyer that he had.
This was done before the 2016 election.
All right.
When they tried to use that against him in 2016. It didn't work then, but now they're gonna make it a damn felony to bring him in. They just want the TV op to show him in handcuffs.
Well, once again, Russia.
Yeah.
He was loud and boisterous long before he was fucking president.
Yeah.
Okay. Long before he was president.
And every single one of those Hollywood celebrities and Oprah Winfrey and everybody, they all loved him before he ran for president.
Yeah, it's because he was given to the
Democratic Party. If he had a party, they were all there kissing his ass.
But I'm going to tell you something. If he ran for the Democratic Party.
Oh,
they-
are you kidding?
they
They
love it.
gobble that shit up.
Well, let me tell you something. If you remember correctly, he gave some money to the fucking Clintons, you know.
Yeah.
If you remember correctly, he was a Democrat in his entire
Okay.
life, all the way until 2016.
All
Well,
right.
so was
So,
Ronald
that's why
Reagan
a lot
back
of
in the
people didn't-
70s.
A lot
But-
of people didn't trust him for a long time. They didn't
But
really
Ronald-
like, man,
exactly.
he's a Democrat.
ATVs hit the nail right on the head. So wasn't
So,
Ronald Reagan.
so was Reagan back in the 70s. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, and we got the worst gun control ever under Reagan.
Well, that's
Well-
because he got shot. I mean, really.
Although that speech where the balloon
Hello.
popped, it's funny. You ever seen that speech?
And it wasn't actually Reagan, it was the other dinkus.
yeah, that was.
I ended up in the wheelchair.
And if you remember correctly, because if memory serves me correct, because I was just a kid when it happened, all right, I believe that the House and Senate were full of Democrats anyways. So anything they did was going to pass.
Right.
Well, no, I mean the president could veto it, but he didn't.
Right, because
And
then
that's when we
all
got
they
the
needed
1980 that's when we got 1986. You know,
all
But
they
it
would have
was
needed was
also-
2/3 vote again to overthrow the veto, and they would have got the veto back. So it doesn't really matter.
But it was also a law with a time limit on it that they allowed to run up.
That's why no Republican
But,
governor in
not
the
in-
state of
not the
Massachusetts, no Republican governor in the state of Massachusetts ever vetoed anything. You know why?
the 94 gun bill, it ran out. 86 is still in effect.
Yeah, the Brady bill's still in effect. Yes.
Well, which one was that? I'm confused.
That was one that Brady was the one got shot with Reagan.
He was the
Yeah.
secretary.
Which law?
3 of them got shot.
Well, hang on.
Right. The president, Brady,
I thought the Brady bill
And-
was.
and a cop. I thought a Washington D.C. I thought a D.C. cop.
Yeah, I think so too. I thought that one ran out. It was up for renewal and they just let it slide because they really don't care about your safety.
Nope.
It's just bullshit to get elected. Get a froth and frenzy
Well, yeah,
going and
but-
they'll
but
vote
they
for
all-
whoever.
But they all do that though, right? They're all fucking. It's that's why they call it politics.
Oh, the 1986 bill was the NFA bill. That's when the short barrel rifles and tax stamp and all that stuff for silencers or
Yeah, but the guy shot him with a fucking 38 pistol. didn't he?
38
shot
pistol,
him with a 22 pistol.
22.
22 revolver. Yeah.
Yeah, so why would they pass a bill like that?
Did he get out? Wasn't he supposed to get out? Did he get out last year?
No.
Yes, he's been
Yes,
out
he
for
did.
years.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, he
He's
got
been
out,
out.
right?
It was years ago, but they just started talking about it last year. He actually got out.
Yeah,
What
but
was
doesn't he
his
live?
name?
Doesn't he live in? Doesn't he live in like some community for the fucking John fucking
John
John Hinckley
John
Jr. or
Hinckley
something?
Jr. got out of jail.
There you
Buzz
go.
Forte, what's happening, brother? And he says, restore the paper ballot.
No
Hell
shit.
yeah. That's what I vote on every year. They still have them here for fuck's sakes. Of course, they go into electronic counter that could cheat,
Correct.
which they proved.
Yeah, he was September 27th of 21 when he got it released, but then he got a full release on June of 2022.
Right,
So-
but isn't he in some? He's not in an institution for
Oh,
like
no,
a halfway.
He's totally didn't even happen, man. He's done. He served all of his time. He's good to go. He's a changed man. He's been rehabilitated, is what they say. Yeah, that's what it is. He's been
found
rehabilitated.
He found a lot in jail again. Let me tell you.
You know what? You know what happens? Because this
Everybody
normally
finds
happens
blood.
to people when they go to jail because they find Jesus, because Jesus always hangs out at jail.
Yeah.
That's where
That-
Jesus always
No, they
goes.
find
If you ever
they
look for
find,
Jesus, go to jail. You'll find him there.
they find Jesus because Jesus is a better person than the guy trying to fuck you in your ass.
That
That
and
guy's there too.
that and the
Yeah.
girl he had the crush on, the reason he did it, got all old and thin.
Jodie
and
Foster.
Turned out it turned out that he had a crush on a lesbian.
Yeah.
Yeah, no shit.
I
Oh,
don't care. She
I
was,
did all that for nothing.
I still love
nothing.
Jodie Foster. I think she's fucking awesome.
Uh-oh, Fuzzy got a slap on the hand. He can't post videos for 2 weeks.
Uh-oh.
Sorry to hear that, Fuzz.
Oh, he said
His
something bad about our
11th.
president, I bet.
11th second strike again. Wow. Proud of you, Fuzz.
What'd he do this time?
He posted
Probably told the
all
truth.
that political bullshit.
Probably told the truth about something and got.
But what happens is he makes comments on it to our side, to our benefit, and that's what they're nailing him for, I bet. They don't like his comments because they're true. Anybody out there think that the Democrats are trying to provoke Russia so we can get into a war with them with this whole drone thing?
I do.
No, I don't know.
I do.
I
No,
do too.
I don't.
They're trying to provoke it so we'll get mad at Russia, and then we'll allow them to send our
Russia and China.
boys and girls into.
Well, hey,
Have you noticed? Like in the past, like 2 years, you couldn't say nothing bad about Russia or China,
Yeah.
but now all of a sudden, they're all saying bad shit about Russia and China.
well, that idiot from Ukraine come out the other day and told the American people they didn't send him money, that your children and everything else would die.
Yeah, we'll be.
Well,
He said
he said America's going to have to send their children, their boys and girls over here to fight Russia, like we are, if they want to,
Yeah.
if they want to stop this.
Everybody
So he's calling for us, and we got what 4,000 more troops over, 101st Airborne's over in Romania now. So we're building up. We're getting to the point where we're ready to do
everybody
something.
buckle their belts and get ready for another 9/11. That's all I'm saying.
Not gonna happen.
Hey, you watch.
They'll shoot it down. It's not gonna happen.
No, it won't be a 9/11. It'll be a false,
catastrophe.
It'll be a false attack on one of our naval ships.
Yep.
Saying that it was Russia that did it, and then we will have to retaliate.
Absolutely.
The reason for retaliation, and what we will do is we will enter the war in Ukraine.
Great, and then I won't be able to watch fucking Deadliest Catch ever again, because as soon as they go up north to beat the ice, there's gonna be fucking hell and high water on the Bering fucking Sea. Jesus fucking Christ.
And that shit ain't real anyway, man. They don't.
Jesus Christ. Now I
they
can't
don't
watch
cut
fucking.
fish
Now
up
I can't watch all that shit.
there.
You know?
I mean, but
all the shit you eat's manufactured in a factory anyway. You know that.
Hey, on a lighter note, what the fuck is going on with your buddy there, Dish?
He lost his mind.
Is he going to the Jets?
He's going to the Jets.
Are you Dish? Listen, I don't want him in my division.
I know.
But I mean, why would a guy with his
talent?
He's a superstar. Yeah, go to the fucking Jets.
Wait. Are you talking about Aaron Rodgers?
Yes.
Oh, the reason why he has to go to the Jets because the Jets suck or whatever, because he's no longer a superstar because he spoke out against COVID and he spoke out against things. So he's not part of the NFL. He's on his way out no matter what.
Quarterback in the NFL.
They had him on every single news thing the other night making fun of him because he talked about.
Well, he's an idiot. I'll give him. Listen, he is an idiot. All right, he treats his
but-
family like shit and everything else.
But
He's
he
a fucking
mentioned the
moron.
wrong thing. He said that the list of the client list with the Clintons and everything, the Epstein list was coming out, and that gave Jimmy Kimmel and ABC and NBC and CBS and CNN, they give them all the stuff they needed to fucking bury him and make him look like an idiot altogether. And his career's done.
Fun.
I don't think so. I don't think
Oh,
so.
yeah,
I
he's
think he's.
Let's send him to the worst team in the league. You know.
Well, they're really not the worst team in the league, but they're right there. But the thing is that
Yeah,
if
but
they
you
had a
know damn
quarterback
well
last year,
they walked up to him and said Jets or nothing. So he took what he could take.
great. Now I got to see him twice a year. Thanks, appreciate that.
Fuzz, I'll send them right over to you. All Aaron Rodgers' old girlfriends.
Of course I do. Hey, you know what else I care about too? Look what Massachusetts did for me. I'll show you in a minute. Here's how good Massachusetts is.
What they ban now?
Oh, they didn't ban. Shit. Hey, look what I can do now.
They didn't ban anything. They made it legal to take.
Look what I can
somebody
do
else's
now.
gun.
Look what I can do now.
Oh, you can online bet.
And look how much money.
Caesar said when
Hey,
the
I'm gonna be
people
broke.
rise,
And I only got.
entertain them.
Listen, I've already hit the bets this week on basketball. I got about $300 on the fucking thing.
Yeah,
All right,
but everyone's
Joey
brackets
TVs.
just got busted because Purdue
Oh, I
and
didn't do
Kansas both
brackets.
got beat.
I don't. Who did?
Purdue and Kansas, both
No, I
two number one seeds.
I know Kansas lost only because I took them in a three-team tease, and I lost. But that's okay because they're the only one that lost on me out of the.
But
The
did
three
you hear
teams
what
I
I
picked.
said though? You got online sport betting or whatever? Did
Yeah,
you hear what I said?
Yeah, did you hear what I said? I didn't do a bracket. I do individual
No,
games.
no, you didn't hear what I said. I think Stevie's the only one that heard what I said.
Well,
When I said, when Caesar said that people are rising against me, let them be entertained. Let's distract them with online betting and sports and all this other stuff and keep the people happy.
oh fuck that! I've been fucking stop.
Let the lions eat the
Let the
underprivileged.
lions
Listen to
beat
me.
the gladiators. Bring in the Christians.
I've been doing sports since I was a kid, and I'll always do sports. I don't
Yeah.
give a rat's fuck what anybody says about it, whether it's this, whether it's that. I don't care. I just do it because I like it. Period. So
Well,
that's
yeah,
I know,
that's
the way
what
but
I
it-
said
but
about this, but Walmart kicked me out.
But it is a distraction from the real stuff that's going on.
Yes, and that's what it's there for, and that's what I treat it as. So isn't going hunting and fishing.
But they use it for the masses.
Oh, Mikey wants porn on Sports Channel. Dude, I'll take porn anyway. You want to give it to me?
Well, the women's football league is close to it. I mean, they're out there in what, underwear, bras, and
What
shoulder pads.
the lingerie league or whatever?
Yeah.
Is Tish, you the head coach?
Wait
Yeah.
till
Move
a
it.
trans
Move
guy
it.
gets into that league.
Shake that ass, bitch! Come
Yep.
on now.
Yep. Make us some money.
You know, what we
Make
should
it
do is
fucking rain, kid.
hey, we should put our fucking money together and start our own team for that league and just go out and get real fucking bitches. You know, none of these little lingerie models. We're talking these big linebacking looking bitches and just beat the shit out of these girls in real life.
The ones with two whiskers.
Put
Yeah.
put
The ones
these
that
little
shave every night?
lingerie models in the hospital. You know what I mean?
The ones
Yeah.
that shave every night.
Wax, bleach, whatever.
Oh. That looks like
I heard a
Dr.
guy
Death.
today. I can't remember who it is. He's going to start coaching women's sports, and he's going to get an all transgender team and just beat everybody's ass.
There you go. That's how to do it.
You know, it's so funny to watch these videos on YouTube and stuff of all these like women feminists rooting for men to kick their ass. You know what I mean?
I just seen one at track and field.
Handing off the
Person
baton.
was running and actually almost stopped and looked back to see
Look
what
back
the rest
to
of
make
the
sure he
crew-
didn't win by too much. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to win by too much, you know.
Oh,
I like-
and Andy crossed over the lane, so they should be disqualified anyhow.
Right, yeah.
I like when Stone Cold fucking gave fucking China the stunner. That was the best.
So you know what that proves right there, Steve? That when he took the baton and he crossed the line and everything,
What are we talking
that
about?
he knows nothing about track and field, and he was
Yep.
just there to be a winner as a female.
Yeah, no training. He's a what do they call it when you put somebody in and they act bad, but they're actually super good.
Oh, like a ringer. You know?
Yeah, ringer.
No,
Put him
that's
in as
not
a ringer.
No,
Well,
it's a fuck. They used to say it in pool all the time too.
Yeah, you act like you're shitty for a while, and then you just start kicking ass when the money starts coming.
Like you're playing him. Like you're playing
Oh,
him.
like a hustler?
Like he's a hustler. He's a hustler.
Right?
But that's just like that one guy, you know, he was 560th as a male swimmer. And then he transitioned to a female and won the NCAA national championship in like 1 year. Come
Yep.
on.
Good for him. Her. Whatever. Shit happens.
No, shit.
It's a new
shouldn't
world,
happen.
kid. Get used to it.
No,
He
we
just-
don't have
he
to,
just
Mikey.
went another way.
That's the point, Mikey. We don't have to. And we need to stand up to these fuck faces.
It is
I
what it
won't.
is.
I won't do it. If
I
you can-
can't
you can-
believe
I will go to jail before I will say them they and shit
I
like
can't
that.
believe
That's fucking plural. That's more than one. I'm not going to call a single person they or them.
I can't believe women aren't backing up these women's sports, you know, and siding with the women who don't want to stand for it.
Right. That's what I'm saying. These feminists are supporting men coming in and beating their ass at their own sports.
Yeah.
They
Woman
worrying
of the
about
year
having
for like
pink
2
hair
years
and stuff.
straight has
I
been a
mean,
fucking
hell.
man. We're so good. We're so good at what we do. We win Women of the Year awards, guys.
See, here's the funny part. Here's the funny part. With everything else going on, right, in your life, this is the one that gets you angriest the most. Are you
Yeah,
kidding me?
because I don't want my kids to have to be subject to this shit in the future.
Well, you're lucky you got boys.
It's
So
gonna happen.
Right. But if I had a
They'll be
daughter, you better
winners.
believe I would not
I
want
have
a
a
fucking
I have
boy.
2 daughters.
I would. Is it okay? Okay, so if your daughter gets done cheerleading and she goes
Yeah.
to the locker room to change
Yeah.
into her street clothes
Yeah.
after the basketball game, are
Yeah.
you okay with a dude in there?
The dude
watching
isn't going
her
to be in
change?
there though.
Huh?
Yeah,
The
they
dude's
are.
not in there.
Yes,
He
they
could
are.
be.
Yeah,
If he
they are.
identifies as a girl, he sure could.
If he identifies as a girl and has a penis, he won't be in the locker room. Trust me.
That's
know
what I'm
why?
saying. That's a federal law, Mikey.
Listen
They
to me.
have let
Listen to
you-
me. Stop and listen. Listen. Listen.
We're not talking about you personally.
Have you ever heard?
Like you people.
Have you ever heard of separation of church and state before? Have you once or twice in your life? Have you ever heard about that?
The separation between church
Stop.
and state is
Stop.
that-
Just answer the
hang
question,
on, let
yes
me
or no.
explain it to you because you're going to give me the
No.
wrong answer.
Oh, I'm not going to give you the wrong answer, huh? My daughter's going to a Catholic school. The rules are a little bit different there. You can't do a lot of things there at a Catholic school that you can do in public school.
No, unless you're a priest with a
Jesus
little boy in the
Christ.
background.
Well, like I said, you gave the wrong definition of church and state.
No, but I'm just trying to explain to you that in private school,
Catholic school.
no, it doesn't have to be Catholic school. It can be boarding school, it can be anything you want. All right. But in my particular case, it's Catholic school. Okay. And it wouldn't happen. I can guarantee you it won't happen.
Okay, but let's say it happens at the locker room down the street at the school that their visiting team is.
Not my problem.
Well, if you
Even though it's your daughter goes to this
Why would-
other
why
high
would
school
somebody
that's
else's-
not a Catholic school. Hang on. Your daughter's team goes to another school that's not Catholic, right? You guys probably play public schools in the league, right?
Every once in a while. Yeah.
Yeah, so when you go play a public school
Yeah.
and they go to their locker room after the game to change their clothes or whatever,
Okay.
and that school,
But
It's
they don't.
not a-
They don't
it-
share locker rooms.
well, that school is not a
The
Catholic school.
opposing team in the home, the opposing team in the visiting team, don't share one locker room.
Okay, so
They have
does-
separate locker rooms.
They do in the poor schools around here.
Yeah. Okay. Well, here's this though. What if somebody? Do you have a male cheerleader?
Yes, I saw them for the competition. There's
Okay.
there's a
Let's just
couple of
let's
schools
just
that have
say-
two
let's just
boy
say it's not going to
cheerleaders.
happen at your school, but when they go to an away school, he decides he identifies as a female. He wants to change his clothes in the same locker room as your daughter. They're not at the Catholic school; they're at the public school. Now they have to let him.
Well, I'll tell you what. We'll get this straightened out right now. Mikey, with that hat and that sweatshirt on, you kind of look like the Unabomber. I mean,
Hang on. Where are the sunglasses? Where are the sunglasses? I'll put my sunglasses on. This guy's my fucking hero, the Unabomber. No, listen to me.
And the separation between church and state is just that the government will not.
I'm aware of
pick
that.
One religion to
But,
be
uh,
the nation's religion.
But here's the
That's
thing,
it.
right?
That's all it is. It
Here's-
doesn't have
here's-
nothing to do with Jesus in school and all that.
Here's
bullshit.
here's the thing. Okay. It can be federal law all at once. It doesn't necessarily mean that the girls that don't have a penis, okay, have to do anything. Let
No,
the
they
boy
can
change
put
by
the
himself.
team that they've worked so hard
Because
to
I asked my
get
wife.
out.
I asked my wife the other day, last Sunday, last Saturday, whatever the fuck day it was. They had their last competition before they went to Florida. She's in Florida right now. All right. And I saw a couple of boys.
Is she in Orlando?
Yes.
Like on
So-
Disney property?
I believe so. She said she went to the park today. Why? What's up?
Oh, I'm just saying Disney's woke as fuck, so they probably do have men in the locker rooms down there.
Oh, well, my daughter's cheerleading team doesn't take a shower after the thing anyway, so I'm really not too worried about it.
Ew.
Yeah, that's gross. No
They
wonder
do it
those
at the
people don't
hotel.
like it.
They do it at the hotel. You guys been? The fucking players don't do it anymore either.
What?
This is what I don't understand.
Yeah, ever since them pervert coaches got busted.
Yeah.
No, players, the players that I've seen. When I was in school, we took a shower after gym, for Christ's sakes.
Yeah.
Okay. But football players, right? My brother coached football for I don't know how many years at the high school. You go in after the game, you're done. Go home and take a shower.
Yeah,
Re-
yeah,
oh,
we
really?
went,
They hardly ever take a shower there.
yeah,
Oh,
we went home.
they
I
shower
mean,
here all the time.
Yeah, especially away and on an away game. Again, that you don't have any utilities to be served to you anyways, right? So the bus stinks. Bus ride home smells. You get off the bus, you get in your car,
Gross.
and you go home and take a shower.
Well, I say if you buy tits or grow tits,
But
and
anyways-
wanna play on the woman's team, fine. Just cut off the dick and balls.
But
Go
like I
all-
asked my wife, I said, so there's a couple of boys playing, cheering. Do whatever you want to do. I don't give a fuck. I said, so how does that work? She goes, they don't separate if you're a boy or a girl, honey. They just call cheerleaders. Look at the college football. She says, they're men cheerleaders. She goes, that's why they call it cheer team. They don't really they're getting away from calling it cheerleaders and they're calling it the cheer team.
Or
Because
cheer squad.
You know?
Why is
so-
leaders a gender?
Yeah.
Oh, I have no idea.
Cheerleader doesn't
But-
make it a male or female.
But I have no idea. They just call it cheer team. When they said, do you want to go up? When I was a kid, they said, if you want to sign up for cheerleading, go out to school, blah, 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 blah. Now is if you want to be on the cheer team. Do you understand?
Well, maybe
Okay.
the example was a bad
So-
example with cheer. Maybe,
But
we could have picked a different sport like swimming or soccer.
But-
You know what I mean?
Oh,
my
I
thing is-
know why. they
hang
got
on.
rid of
I think they're
cheer.
going to treat it the same way. They're going to treat it the same way they treat women in fucking men's locker rooms as a fucking reporter. Everybody was up in arms about that too.
Yeah, they were. And,
but
there's still an
Yeah.
issue there, I think.
Yes, but the difference is a woman news reporter chooses to be in that locker room. A bunch of girls on the girls' swim team have to go in the locker room, and the transgender chooses to go in there or is allowed in there because they are now making them, what do they call that when either sex can go in there?
Unisex.
Unisex, thank you.
Well, just like the one girl that stood up for the swim team or whatever. She's like,
Yep.
And she stood up and everyone's making a big deal about her. And she was like, we went to the locker room, we're changing our clothes. And Leah Thompson, or whatever the name of the transgender is in the swimmer,
With the Johnson.
she said it was a full-blown atomical male. There's nothing female about this person. In the same locker room with them, changing clothes, fucking pecker hanging out in front of all of them. And they were like, that shouldn't be happening.
Especially with underage girls.
They were they're not underage when college.
No, but I mean the ones that are, it shouldn't be happening.
How do they do it in college with the football cheerleaders?
Do what?
What do you
How they-
mean?
How do they do it in college with football cheerleaders?
Well, at one time in our country's history, the college cheerleaders would go to the women's locker room.
Okay, but they have guys that play. They have guys that do cheerleading on football, and you know that.
They would go in the men's locker room.
So there you go. Or do it like they did here. Well, we're not here. I'm not in this town.
What do you mean?
But
So
the town I grew up in, they made sleeping quarters, separate sleeping quarters, and a different shower for the female firefighters.
Hey, Dish.
Yes.
Give me one.
Yeah, that's the way it was at the firehouse that I was at.
Give me one good reason that you know Mikey's wife is out of town.
He's smoking.
Party at Mike's tonight.
Yeah.
Somebody video clip this shit and email it to her.
No, camera girl will be out in a minute. Dad, why are you smoking? She's gonna scream, and then she'll rattle.
Well, you need that. She helps keep you on the straight and narrow.
But I don't.
I just seen a video today.
These kids don't even take showers after gym now. I asked my daughter, I said, when you have gym, do you take a shower when you go get? No, Dad.
Yeah, but swim team, you don't have much of a choice. You got to get that chlorine out of your hair and off your body to get out of a wet, stinking swimsuit.
No, you have to get out of your wetsuit because then you're going to walk around with fucking road rash on your fucking balls or your China.
Your China.
Your China.
Oh, wow. Here you go, Mikey. This one's for you. A student was arrested at a Catholic school after saying there were only two genders.
Yeah.
Arrested.
There you go.
Right on gear.
But he wasn't
shot and emailed.
Fucking gear.
Speaking of what, where in the fuck's Jay Watt?
I was going to say, where the fuck's the troublemaker?
I know.
Son of a bitch. And hey, Uncle Kyle, in case I forgot to shout you out earlier when everybody was talking about cows.
Yeah, Mrs. Murphy's cow.
Shouted him out. You can always shout him out twice, though, right?
Multi-gun man, what's up?
The multi-gunman.
What the hell was you guys talking about cows for?
Because I said something about you need a cow. When Stump was on, he said he'd burn the fucking town down. I go, let's just fucking go to Chicago and ask Mrs. Murphy. Ask Mrs. Murphy, she has an extra cow you can borrow.
Yeah, there you go.
And the only one that got the reference was 2 ATVs. He's the only one that got the fucking reference.
Yeah, because the cow knocked over the lantern. Yeah. Here's a teacher. A teacher refused to call a transgender student by the pronoun they, has spent 11 days in jail for ignoring a court order for saying that they have to call them by their preferred pronouns.
Then they need a goddamn name tag on their shirt. Because how are you supposed to guess what somebody's pronoun is?
Yeah, what happened? Just
Mike is easy.
People by their names.
Straight up fucker.
What are you trying to say? What pronoun name?
What do you mean? He referred to. He did not refer to the transgender student as they, them.
Well, I'm sure that's not his fucking name.
That's what he wanted to be called.
He wants to be called they?
Yes. The teacher probably said him or he.
Wait.
It's just like the guy at the video store when he's like, "Excuse me, sir," and the guy that's like fucking 6'5", built like a brick shit house, has a little bit of long blonde hair, wearing women's clothing, goes, "It's ma'am."
Yeah.
You ever seen that video?
Oh, I seen it.
It's straight out fucking. It looks like Brian Urlacher in a goddamn women's clothing, and the guy goes, "Sir, we don't have that game or whatever." Or, what they were trying to maybe exchange, take the game back and get money or whatever. And the kid behind the counter called him sir, and he threw a fucking fit and like physically, like threatened physical violence on this kid.
Yeah, I'm gonna beat your ass if you don't call me a girl. He actually kind of looked like the guy.
What about the transgender that on live television grabs Ben Shapiro by the neck and says, "You're going to end up in a hospital bed if you keep this shit up"? Because Ben Shapiro misgendered him, or Caitlyn Jenner.
No, they just refuse to.
She looks hot though. I'm sorry. She
Believe.
looks really good.
Oh,
You go
Jesus
for it,
Christ,
Mike.
Mike.
I tapped that.
You're a sick bastard.
I
Jesus
fucking,
Christ.
You know what? Let me
I'd hit that.
Let me just explain something to you and your,
Because that
on your
shit,
internet searches,
for whatever
Mikey.
reason,
He also thought
it,
Hillary was hot.
listen. Here's the thing you got to understand about me. For
There
whatever
is no
reason,
such thing as chicks with dicks.
yes, there is. I see it on porn all the time.
No, there's no such thing. No such thing as a chick with a dick.
Yes,
No
sir.
such thing.
Want to bet
That's
100?
dude. That's a dude.
You wanna
with
bet
tits
100?
Is what it is.
Do you want to bet 100? Do you want to
There's
bet
no such
100?
thing.
There ain't, huh? You want to bet 100?
Okay, wait. Are you going to bring up hermaphrodite where they have both parts? or
There you
whatever?
go.
But that's not a
That-
chick with a
what?
dick.
Why do you
That's a
think you never saw?
hermaphrodite.
Why do you think you never saw what's her name fucking fully naked? You only saw her legs and her tits.
Who?
What's her name in Halloween?
Jamie Lee Curtis is not.
Oh,
Jamie
Lee
Lee
Curtis
Curtis is not a fucking hermaphrodite.
Rumor.
She is a fucking dope head, though. I know that much. Yeah, she's a
So
fucking pill
I don't know
popper.
what it. Listen, I don't know what it is. Stump's
Her
gonna get
and
all
her child is a day down.
All right.
Stump's
You know that?
gonna get
Mike,
all over me. But I'm
For
gonna tell
once
you,
in your life, shut up and take
What?
my advice.
What?
Never go to New Orleans, bro.
I don't have to go to New Orleans, kid.
You're gonna wake up chewing your arm off, guaranteed.
Kid, listen to
'cause
me. Listen
There
to me.
are some lookers down there.
Look
Whoa.
up. I'm telling you right now. Somebody with fast fingers. Look up Boston Pudding Club. All
That's
right.
okay.
Boston Pudding
Ish.
Club.
You'll never be able to get
All
that
right.
off
Boston
your
Pudding
computer.
Club.
Nope, I'm not doing it.
Cambridge,
It's there for
Massachusetts.
life now.
Right. Listen to me. They have a
I
parade.
got a upscale mini golf bar and restaurant. That's the first thing that came up. Oh,
No, they have-
did you say pudding club or putting club?
Pudding. Pudding.
Oh, let me change the word here. I'm going to get fucking. Am I going to be on the FBI search list again?
No. And they have it in Cambridge. They have this. It's a parade, and it's mainly cross dressers, not transgendered. Okay.
Right. There's a
And they
difference.
usually get a celebrity, actor, actress, whatever, and they do this whole thing. And I'm going to tell you something. When you're looking at them from here up, I guarantee you can't tell the difference.
Oh, absolutely. That's why I just warned you to never go to New
Okay.
Orleans. Because damn.
But all I'm saying, for whatever reason,
Surprise!
I don't know why. I don't.
Well,
As I get older,
You
right?
get less picky.
Yeah. As I get
kinda-
older, that shit doesn't. As I get older,
I always considered myself a lesbian, and then
Well, I am.
Then I watched Crocodile Dundee, and the way he checked, he started checking to see if they were female or not.
Yeah.
And
That
that
kinda
always
seg-
helped out a bunch. You know what I mean?
that kind of
and just-
segues into another thing about like the transgender thing with the crime against them, because there's high crime rates against transgenders, right? Why do you think that is? It's not because people just hate transgenders to hate transgenders. It might be because they think that they can get away with a lot more things. Take a guy home from a bar, get sexual. Hey, once you get a straight guy or heterosexual man and he's kissing the hell out of something and then finds out it's got a fucking dick, he's gonna be pissed. And that's
It
where the fucking
happened to a
assault
friend
and
of
the
mine
fucking
in
murder
New
come
Orleans.
from on these transgenders.
It happened to a friend of mine in New Orleans. I seen him on the porch the next morning crying his eyes out like, what the fuck did I do? Yeah.
I don't know.
We
I don't
tried
know.
to tell him. We seen him in the bar making out with the dude, and we're like, dude,
That's awesome.
Zeb don't go for that. Zeb was the owner bartender. So they left together. It's like you didn't get the message, brother.
I don't know
Well,
why.
if you're out there slow dancing and you feel something poking at you in the wrong spot, you automatically know.
I don't know what it
to
is.
get them the hell away from you.
That woman had the biggest clitoris I've ever seen in my life. It was
I don't know what it is, but as I
and,
get older,
and
She had
wait
a
a
coat
minute,
like
wait a
that
minute.
on her.
Pause. To everybody out there, I can speak for myself and 99% of everybody. We don't care. If you want to have tits and a dick, go for it.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Just leave the kids alone.
Well, I got that.
See, this is the thing, right? So this is what I'm saying. As I get older, this shit doesn't bother me.
It doesn't bother me either. You know,
All right,
this
so
is America. Be
it's-
free. Do what makes you happy.
You know what I mean? And see, the problem is that when you have, you know, when we're talking about gun control, and we talk about, let's just suppose there was 110 deaths across the country, right, because of gun violence, and we say, yeah, but in the grand old picture, that's 0.01%, and we fight for our right to have a fucking gun. And don't tell me we don't. Don't tell me we don't, because we do.
Well, some of us do. Some of us live in
Well,
Massachusetts.
So therefore, if there's
only
only 110 people being touched by a transgender, right? Why can't the transgenders all say, hey, in the grand scheme of things, that's only 0.0001%. So my point is that it's the same thing.
Don't
what, though?
touch the
And
children.
I'll be the first one to say. I'll be the first one to say, transgenders probably aren't the ones touching our children.
They're
No.
not.
They're usually
Predators.
Sexual
straight
fucking
males.
men.
They're usually straight middle-aged white men doing that. Usually.
Exactly. So
But here's
I
the
don't know
thing.
why you're worried about being in a locker.
No.
Because the
Yeah, you don't get
middle-aged
it.
white guys who are predators can now put on a skirt, say they're a woman, and go just feast on the available.
But they're not going to go into a fucking
Sure
girls'
they will.
school locker room. How?
They're
Parents
predators.
aren't even allowed in there, for Christ's sakes.
They are now because they're unisex. I'm telling you.
I haven't seen a parent in the fucking locker room my entire life, ever.
The thing is, Mikey, I'm all for individual rights and stuff as long as you don't infringe on others. I don't care whether you like to wear dresses and dress up like a woman or fucking fuck dead skunks or whatever you want to do. I don't care.
Save the skunks.
But if that skunk is alive, I have a problem with it because it can't consent. You know what I'm saying? My thing is I'm sick of it being forced on us that we have to identify, we have to call people by their pronouns. You don't have the right to your own pronouns. You know, I'm being sick of being forced on every time I turn on the TV. There's a transgender or something on every fucking commercial, every goddamn TV show, everything. And to be honest with you, if you would watch TV for 8 hours, you would think this whole country is nothing but fucking transgenders and queers.
Well,
But in
one,
reality, it's not. They're
Not
less
how
than
the blacks
2%
feel.
of the whole entire population.
Not
for
how-
one, turn
Hey.
off the TV and they will go bankrupt.
Hey.
Use YouTube to get your news and stuff because it's usually more
Dude, as
reliable
soon as you go
anyhow.
to YouTube, the first ad I seen tonight was for RuPaul's Drag Race on fucking, I had to watch 30 seconds of RuPaul's Drag Race before I could watch a video on how to fucking, the new 45 goddamn X-Tar pistol.
Hey, now
Hold
you
on a
know.
minute. Hold on a minute. Absolutely, Flawn, I agree. Anybody can be a pedophile. Men, women, gay, trans, cops, priests, anyone. But yes, but it's the predators who use the trans thing as a weapon and sneak and do their shit.
And how many of those have been caught? How many of those have been like?
I don't know. Do a search.
It's
Look.
against the law to go after them because they're
But
trans.
all I'm saying is right. Is like now, by the way, now how the blacks feel, Ohio, right? Because we had TV and everything with no fucking blacks in the fucking commercials, nothing. So now you know how the blacks feel, by the way. So
No,
but
I
anyway.
don't. No, I'll
Anyway.
never know how American.
yeah, you're right. You won't. But
Never.
that's just my point. My point is that it's just their time now. Listen, nobody ever sees the fucking circle here.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, good. Because there's Asian hate out there. When I'm watching a fucking Chicago PD show that I've seen twice already, and then all of a sudden it was like Asian Hate Month or something, and I'm watching it, Chicago PD, and they whited out an Asian guy that was a suspect on the TV.
Oh, cute.
Okay, so listen,
And
It's
oddly
somebody
enough,
taking
most of
their
the
turn.
Asian hate is coming from the black community. To be honest with you, if you watch all the Asian,
Listen,
the hate crimes on Asians,
My
it's
point
usually
was.
blacks on Asians.
My point was.
Or Asians on Asians lately.
Listen, my point is that it's the flavor of the fucking month right now.
Oh, absolutely.
Listen to
We
me.
all know
In
that.
4 years, it's going to be something different.
Thank God.
And in 4 years after that, it's going to be something fucking different.
Y'all
And then 4
making,
years after that, it's
y'all
going to be
making
something
the
fucking different.
Unabomber mad now. Y'all better shut up, be quiet.
Fuck.
We need,
We need to
Hey,
fucking.
you
We're
bombers
going to
getting
start one.
upset.
We're going to start it now. These damn fucking Catholic guineas. We got to do something about these Catholic guineas all over the place.
Listen, if you're not Italian, you better not say that word because that's like being black and saying the N word.
All I know is I want hip brothers to come back around again.
You can only say that G word if you're Italian. If you're not Italian, you can't say it.
Oh, really? Because I think I said it like 3 times.
Well, you're not supposed to. It's like, you know, a white guy can't say the N word, but a black guy can. So that it's the same thing. If you're not Italian, you can't say that G word. Haha.
So you're saying I can't call you fat?
Oh, you can call me fat because I'm fat. You know.
Hot diggity damn. Are we going to start?
I am with you with some of the commercials. You know, they come on after 9 o'clock now, and I'm doing what they're at the store. They're doing whatever, and I'm like, oh, what the fuck? And I say to the wife, hey, babe. She goes, what? I goes, why can't they put a fucking redhead that's like fucking 5'11" with fucking legs to heaven, and like maybe a brunette or a blonde, dressed to the hilts, kissing in the fucking like they are? Why? Why not? Is the question.
Well, what kills me and
Right,
it's Flan out there still. I hope.
yes.
I kind of want Flan's opinion on this.
You're right, Fuzz.
Because there is. How do I want to put this? It's like.
I know, but that green's killing me. He reminds
You
me
have
of
to
the Incredible.
you have to deal with it.
He reminds me of the Incredible Hulk. You wouldn't like me if I'm mad.
Yeah.
Please don't get me mad.
It's like.
See, now the Unabomber is starting to turn into the Green River Killer. I mean,
You think he's
we
back
don't have all
on
of
green
them.
tab and chats or something shit? You know what I mean?
And here's the thing. We have to include everyone and be inclusive and all this stuff. And, you know, everything. Don't force your beliefs on other people. And then June 1st, every fucking corporate company in the world changes their fucking logo to the rainbow, to the pride colors, and every commercial and fucking forces that shit down everyone's throat every June.
Hi, late but not forgotten.
How?
What's up,
mean,
fuckers?
And you know it's not genuine. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not. It's
If it
flavor
was
of the
genuine,
month, just
that
like
would be
Mike
their
said.
logo for fucking 20 years, just not 1 month out of the year.
And bring back Aunt Jemima, god damn it.
Who, by the way, can I give people a little history lesson? You guys probably already know this, but for those people out in TV land that don't know this, Aunt Jemima was a businesswoman. You would actually think for a split second that the black community or whoever was the one that took her off the fucking syrup bottle, okay?
It was a white guy took her off the syrup bottle.
You would have actually thought that they would have said, look what she did. You know, she did all that.
But you know what, Mikey?
He was
if it was Aunt
Jemima
Jemima wearing a nice business suit with a briefcase, it probably would still be Aunt Jemima on the box.
But then it wouldn't be.
But since it was the thing with the hair, you know, and the dress and the apron, it looked like she was a house slave.
But my mother wore a fucking apron.
Yeah. And a babushka.
And the damn her and a thing around her head.
And she put her hair back.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
She was also the first wealthy black woman in history.
That's what I'm saying. She had money coming out of her ass.
Yeah.
And you think they would be proud?
Yeah.
That's just me.
Maybe Ohio's right. Maybe it was the way she was depicted. They should have kept her on there and put her in a business suit. Of course, of the times, that was a business suit. She created her recipe from the kitchen.
And the other thing that kills me is
Hit right
can't-
on, fellas.
you can't say this, you can't say that, you can't knock the fucking presidents, whichever one you want, whichever
Well,
one
how
you
they
don't
took
want.
Uncle Ben
You
off
can't
the
do this, you can't do that. But you ready what you can do on every piece of fucking social media? What's the one thing you can do and never be kicked off any social media?
hate white middle-aged men.
No.
Well, you can.
You could have a sexy girlfriend, wife, sister, mother, whatever, right? Throw her on YouTube, Instagram, whatever, TikTok, have her
Make
fishing
money
in a
off her.
bikini, have her fishing in a bikini, have her with coveralls with no bra on so that they're fucking jiggling, cooking with Kate in the kitchen with nothing other than the fucking coveralls that just bit, right?
Yep.
And that's okay.
Yeah. Why? Because they really don't give a crap about women.
So we can use women for sexual to get money,
Exploitation.
We can exploit women that way,
Big
and it's
word of the day.
okay. It's okay to do that.
Yeah.
Just
Well,
saying.
well, kind of, until somebody gets offended by it, and then they're going to go and dig deep in your history and find out how many women you've exploited over your career and cancel you.
Yep.
Just one, just camera girl, and
Just when they're ready. They just.
But I just don't get. Now do I look like one of those colonial people there, 2 ATVs? You know, remember the old the hats they wear with the fucking.
You look like one of the women.
You know.
What was it? Them Quaker women.
That's what it was. That's what I'm talking about. Right. The Quakers,
you-
right?
you-
They had them
You
fucking.
look like one of them Quaker women, and right
Yeah.
now, I mean,
And hi, Shalisa.
Hi, Shalisa.
What's up?
She
What's
just
up?
walked into a bombshell. I'm offended, right, Buzz? It's just all I'm saying is that
every time when she comes on, that's
all I'm saying is that social media doesn't allow a guy like Fuzz to print the truth on his fucking his YouTube page or have an opinion about something without getting fucking penalized for it.
You cannot show the safe operation of a rifle.
Right. But I bet you if Fuzz hired some fucking 22-year-old to sit next to him in a bikini and say it, he wouldn't get fucking shut off for it.
That's right. Winter Wizard, what's up?
Hey, Winter Wizard.
Wow, that hurt. Where's the better half there, Shalisa? We kind of missed the boy toy.
She is the
That
better
used to
half.
be
What are
a
you talking
2-for-1 deal.
Hey,
Oh, he can't
hey.
wait to join. We got the boy this weekend. He's downstairs.
Right on, cool.
She is the better half. What the fuck are you talking about?
Well, yeah, I know, but you know,
All right, just checking.
I didn't know his pronouns, so I wanted to kind of beat around the bush.
Anywhere, sucker.
Now, that's
Yeah.
only saying if there is a bush.
True.
It could be a tree. Identifying as a bush
I
today.
thought you said a treat.
No, a tree. Tree, as in tree, you know? 1, 2, 3.
He's in packing up stuff in her room and crap, I think. Once that girl gets focused on something, holy shit. See you tomorrow afternoon. Of course, I'll go in there. She'll be all buried in empty boxes.
so.
God
I
forbid
had to
we
go.
ever have a
I had
fire.
to get on my phone and look at the chat. I just want to thank Fawn for responding back about my question with the. And she said the majority want dollar signs, money, being political, and that pisses her off. So
Yeah, this is all about the
Yeah.
vote.
it's like they hey, this company,
When it's about equality.
This company supports you this month, but what about the other fucking 11 months? You know what I mean?
Well, let me say something about the Democratic Party at this time in space. With this whole gun ban thing, they don't give a flying shit about your safety. Because if I take an AR-15 and make it compliant to their rules, guess what? It still works the same. They're still not taking weapons out of bad guys' hands, and criminals aren't going to follow the rules to start with. It's bullshit to get your vote.
Well, if you make a
All
barrel,
it is.
make a barrel with the screen and all that around it, it's still going, and it ain't nothing but a single shot 12 gauge. I mean, they
Well,
still call that a
on the Michigan law, there's actually a sentence in there where we can't have a barrel shroud to protect you from burning your fingers. That's the words they use to describe a fucking law. So all I got to do is cut the shroud in half so it's just under the barrel and it is no longer a shroud.
Right.
And the weapon will still operate the same.
Yeah, it doesn't change the function of the firearm at all.
If they cared about your safety, the college that just got shot up in Michigan, gun-free zone, they would have had armed guards protecting those kids. Did you notice the picture of the guy coming up the stairs with the door that was supposed to be locked right behind him? How'd he get through that fucking door? If they really cared about your safety, there would have been cameras.
Well, they don't have
guards.
they don't have armed guards at your colleges.
Apparently not.
No,
Or
it's
maybe they
Michigan
have
State.
one.
It's a
We have
huge
college.
campus.
We have college cops.
Yeah, they have college cops too at Michigan State. But
Where were
I
they?
mean, but they can't be at every fucking building.
They got cameras. They should have been on that guy in less than a minute.
Well, I listened to the whole thing that night, and there were so many people calling in false reports that the cops didn't know which way was up. They would be heading towards one building, and you get so many calls. Hey, we got shots fired at this building. So then they would have to send half the squad to that side of the building, and then they'd be like, shots fired at this building, and then and people were panicking. And what it was is you have people who are locked in their rooms and they're panicking, right? They're in lockdown because the text went out. The reverse 911 calls went out to everybody in that area. What happened is a lot of these students and people that lived on campus called in these, just seen a guy with a rifle walking down our hallway in our dorm. So all the cops would come there because they felt safer knowing that they had cops on the way, even though there was no guy with a rifle walking down the dorm.
Gotcha. Well, they should be charged actually for false whatever.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but you know what? In a situation like that,
You're scared to death, and you're a kid. They're not thinking about all that bullshit. They're scared to death, and they're 17, 18 years old.
Absolutely.
So,
but they should have been behind locked doors.
But
they
here's
should
the
have
thing.
been protected by armed guards, and you know damn well there's cameras everywhere. It never should have happened.
Right,
Besides them letting him walk on a gun charge months or years before that, he would have been in jail. Do you remember the law they passed where if you use a gun in a crime or get caught in a gun crime, mandatory 3 years in prison?
3 years added to your sentence, no matter what. Now they're dropping those.
Why aren't they using that? Why did that go away?
I can tell you
Don't
why.
give a shit about
It's the
your
same like
tell you what.
in Massachusetts. If you get caught carrying a gun and you don't have a license to carry said gun, okay. So if I take my shotgun and I get on the street, I get pulled over and I got a shotgun in the car, okay. By Massachusetts state law, I'm supposed to do mandatory 1 year in jail. 1 year I'm supposed to do in jail. Do you know how many people have served that? But you know what? But the vast majority of the people that don't serve it is because they get them on whatever else, trafficking charge or drugs or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, they dropped the gun charge. Why are they dropping the fucking charge?
I can tell you why.
You know what I mean?
Are you ready to?
Prisons
Are you ready for, police reform or whatever that everyone calls for? I'll tell you that we don't need police reform. We need judge reform, because if I drop the gun charge on Stevie and I don't send him to prison for 3 years, and I put him on probation for 6 months, and I don't ever hear from him again, who's Stevie likely to vote for
Oh yeah, that.
when it comes around to vote for the judge for his local area?
Oh yeah.
See,
that.
we don't.
He's
You
gonna
guys, you vote for
me
a
because I
judge.
let him go. He's going to
Yeah.
vote for me because I let him
We
go.
don't vote for judges.
Yeah, you do. The
Yeah,
You want
only
to bet
judges-
$1,000?
The only judges that are appointed are the Supreme Court judges and
Let
federal judges.
me explain something to you. We don't vote for judges here. Ever.
Really?
Ever.
Wow.
Not
yeah,
one
it's
judge.
on. It's
Well,
on
that's
every ballot
criminal.
here.
Sheriff, yes. Sheriff, we do for our county. Yes, not a judge.
So you're.
And by the way, our sheriffs, you know what
government-
you know what our sheriffs do. By the way, they're sheriffs. It says sheriff, but you know what they do? They're in charge of the fucking prisons and serving people with fucking
They're in charge.
divorce
They're in
papers.
charge of prisoner transport
and
jail,
serving divorce
and
papers.
serving papers and court security.
That's
That's
it.
what every sheriff's office is.
Anyway,
But
Not
you
here.
But you have places like out in
Oh.
Michigan and stuff, and like in Ohio where I live, that there's certain counties that they don't have like
Local
a big
police.
city that has a municipality for a police
Right.
force. So
Yeah.
the sheriff's office has to
yeah. See, we
Yeah.
send the state in to
enforce
do
all
that.
the laws of the county.
We
So if
we
you
Yeah,
have
if
a
I,
domestic
if I
dispute.
screw up here, the Oakland County Sheriff comes and gets me. So it's serious. You don't play.
the state. We have the state the like in New Hampshire and stuff for the small towns
So
in Maine. The state patrols.
this is one of the reasons why your fucking state is so corrupt, Mikey.
I'm not
Yeah,
saying
if
it's
you
not
can
corrupt.
appoint judges.
Well, first of all, before you go in any further, let me explain one thing to you. How many states do we have? 51? Listen,
50.
I thought it was 54.
I thought it was 51,
It was-
but
well, Obama went to all 57 states.
all right.
Said-
Well, anyway, you
Massachusetts.
name me one. You name me one state out of the 50 that ain't corrupt, and I'll shut my hole.
Judges in
Right.
Massachusetts.
So go ahead.
Hold on, let me read this. Judges in Massachusetts are appointed by the governor
Yes.
with the advice and consent of the executive council, also known as the governor's council.
Yes. You know what the governor's council is? His fucking cabinet.
Right. So
I
if
don't
you
vote
got
for
a-
them. I vote for the governor, not the
So you
judges.
vote for if you vote for a Democratic governor, every fucking judge in your state's going to be a Democrat.
Okay, but hear me out. That's not true. You know why? You know why? Because we've had more Republican governors here than fucking Democratic Republican, but then Democrat governors.
No, I'm just saying if you vote in a certain party, I just said Democrat. Let's just say you vote in a fucking libertarian governor,
Yeah,
you'll probably get a lot more libertarian judges.
Mikey, you're in Massachusetts. You got one of the one of your governors was one of the biggest rhinos that's still in Congress. I mean,
Who?
Romney used to be the governor of Massachusetts.
Mitt Romney. Yeah, he was a Republican. Yeah.
He's the biggest rhino there is in the whole damn country right now.
Wasn't all the Kennedys up from there, from Massachusetts?
Yeah.
They never served. They served only in like senators and shit. They were never a governor.
Right, but
Flan,
that's what I'm saying. But
hold
the
on a
Kennedys-
minute. Flan, she
Congressman.
asked, how do people in the U.S. not know how many states there are?
I was just teasing, sweetie.
For one, we have a shitty school system. For two, mostly what we were talking about is freaking presidents, for Pete's
Yeah.
sake.
He said there was 52 states.
President Obama said during a press conference that they visited all 57 states when he was campaigning or
And I,
whatever.
and I
Before
think
he
what he
became
meant to say,
president, he was
Where,
campaigning,
man,
and he
I've
said we
been
visited all
everywhere.
57 states.
what I think he meant to say was the territories of this country, but he didn't.
Yeah.
He's not
No, he
smart
meant-
enough to say territories.
What he meant to say is they visited 57 states. That like he went to all 50 states, but he might have went to Texas twice, and
Right.
he went to Arizona twice, and
57 cities.
Well, he went to Puerto Rico, Guam, and
Guam.
all the territories of the United
That's what I'm saying. He went to the territories because they still vote for president and everything. So,
Samoa.
but
He went to Washington D.C., which ain't even part of this damn country. If you don't know, if you don't know the truth about it. Washington D.C. ain't even part of the United States.
No, they just
Right.
took land. They took land from who? Virginia and Maryland, or Virginia?
But
and,
it's
Was it Virginia and Maryland they took-
it's
they
a
took land
district
from?
of its own. I mean, it's owned by the damn World Economic Forum or whatever the hell it is.
Hey, at least it's not still owned by the Queen.
But yeah, no, we don't vote for our judges.
Wow, that's
Oh wait, they have
that's
They have a
different.
king now. I forgot there was a king. I forgot the Queen died.
20 here, Flan. But
No,
it
no,
was-
you
Yeah,
know
Flan,
what?
hey,
You
Flan,
heard
the
it out
Canadian-
first time, Ohio.
Flan, the Canadian
He
Express is
kind of
coming
acts like a queen, so I mean,
I was watching Ryan Hall. I was watching Ryan Hall today, and he said that the polar vortex is slipping down. It's gonna be a coldest fucking March that we'll ever remember, even all the way down to Florida.
Now, see here, we're supposed to get up in the high 40s this week.
Yes, but then you're gonna have Arctic blast Monday first. You're gonna have like Minnesota, the UP of Michigan, and all that. It's gonna be like in the single digits.
you better say it right, Michael.
See,
It's showing
We're
all
glad to
week
see
in
them in
the
a
high
sport.
40s and low 50s down here.
And I'm going Fatwood.
I've got 18 degrees right now,
That's what I'm saying.
and
It's gonna get
tomorrow's high is 38, and this Monday's high is 51 here.
Yep, and then it's gonna get colder.
Hey,
That's what
hey,
Brian
Dish.
said today.
Yes.
New phone, new camera, clearer pictures. Wink, wink.
Nice. I'll be
Whoa,
expecting
hey.
some stuff.
Hey, no more flip phone.
You'll be able to see the veins and the mole on that
You got a
bad
new
boy
phone?
now.
Dude, this is my second smartphone for
What
fuck's
did
sake.
you buy?
You been,
What's
Mike?
up with the
What
times?
did you buy?
Uh, same one I had, just the newer version, which is
was?
a Samsung.
Oh, so that looks like my old phone.
Samsung with a bunch of numbers on it. I don't know.
No, it does not look like your old phone. It's not covered in water.
No,
Bam.
not that phone. The other phone. The other phone is on my front porch right now that I beat the shit against the brick because I couldn't get the fucking alarm to shut off. It's still sitting out there.
Right on, Flan. Samsung is the best.
My wife
It-
has Apple, and every
It's
time
from China.
she'll start bitching about something, and I'll just look at her and just give her like the look. She's like, "Shut up." She's like, "I don't like Android." I'm like, "Well, I mean, quit bitching about your fucking Apple, then. You know."
I don't like this one though. I can tell you that.
Damn, Gear, that's quite the jump. It's going to
Just,
take them 6 months to learn how to run the damn thing.
Google Pixel phone. You can have it.
I had a Google phone a couple years ago. It was garbage.
I mean, it takes great pictures and all that, but you know, like right now, there's something wrong with the speaker, and I'm like,
Already?
I can't put anybody on speakerphone.
Ugh.
I can listen to videos. I can do all that shit. I can listen. I can hear them on speakerphone. They can't hear me.
Now, see, my flip phone used to do that now and again. I had dust in the little speaker hole. I had to clean it out with a piece of wire, and then it worked fine. But that was a flip phone. So that tells you where your Google technology is.
How good's the screen on it though, Mikey? When you're watching porn, is it clear?
Yeah, until I get it dirty.
Notice how quick he said, "Yeah." He didn't even. It's just like, "Yeah, it's fucking crystal clear."
Well, what do you care if I watch porn?
Door wide open.
Oh, she's yelling at him.
Yelling, "Shut the goddamn door!" Were you born in a barn?
Yeah, you're supposed to mute Shalisa for
Oh,
Pete's
he's
sake.
probably taking a shit.
You're gonna beat the house. You're gonna commit domestic
Yeah, right,
violence
fast
on a
forward.
live stream. You're supposed to mute and turn your screen off.
Hey, Dish, can you see that? The bottom left number.
No, I can't see it. Oh, okay. Yeah.
294.30.
Yep.
Yeah, baby.
Oh, that Dish's number?
No, that's how much money I fucking won on bet so far.
How much have you
Oh,
lost?
so
on
you're
that?
already
That's
tied
what-
into that, huh?
Like $27.
Did you get like when you signed up? You got so many free bets and stuff like that.
No, I didn't know. I did not. I don't know why everybody keeps asking me that. I'm like, no, I didn't get that, and I'm pissed.
Oh man,
I-
everybody knows.
Yeah.
See, it was a big deal in Ohio
So-
that it was going live on a certain day.
So here's what happened. I put my fucking I put my $25 in there, right? I got nothing. I'm like, all right, bitches. I guess I'll just do this on my own. And so what happens is that they have this special thing.
This is what my phone is.
No, it's not. This
That's
is
my phone.
It's right here, man.
That's what I had. I had the Galaxy 8. That's the exact same phone I had.
Yeah.
I love that
Mine's
phone.
Mine's the 22. So
You can edit. Hey, you can edit your videos right from your phone.
Yeah, I ain't doing that. I just learned my
anyways.
editor. I ain't learning some other editor.
Anyways, Ohio.
I bet you it takes great video, though. I'll have to try it.
Ohio. So what happens is that they'll give you like this little bonus bets and stuff. Like if you win a couple of games or you win a game, and then they're only for a day. You know what I mean? They'll say, okay, you can use this team parlay for whatever. You know, one team parlay, which means you either betting the over under in the line, or you bet. You know what I'm saying? You're doing something like that, right? Or a prop bet, right? But then what happened is I won big on Penn State basketball. I took them in the first round, and I won.
Okay, hold on a minute. SKSU go ask, who's letting out the paid for air? Anybody know what he's talking about?
I think he's talking to Shalisa.
You must have overheard me. Who left the door wide open?
right, I said if you're going to commit domestic violence on somebody on a live stream, you're supposed to mute, Shalise.
Yeah, and turn the damn camera off. I don't want to see some. I don't want to see some flying Steve go crashing into that big.
As long as you don't put a hole in your ceiling with a rifle, you're all set.
That ain't gonna happen here.
Hey, I came in the sliding back door one time at my mom's, and I had something in my hand. I went to set it down on the table, and I was going to go back and shut the door, and I kind of got like sidetracked. And look at this. What are you drinking? A Capri Sun?
Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid?
Kool-Aid. What's wrong with Kool-Aid? Kool-Aid's the best.
Is that purple drink?
Fruit punch?
You got that purple drink.
Oh man, where's
Tropical
my
punch?
drink?
Tropical punch. Okay, I'll take tropical. I like fruit punch.
So my mom says, my mom goes, what were you, born in a barn? And I just looked at her with serious face. I was just like, out of all the people, you should know if I was born in a barn.
Yeah, no shit.
You asked that question, that makes me question my whole entire life. Are you even my mother? You know,
well, that's just a good way to get slapped.
Yeah.
One time, here's one time I got backhanded. My mom, I was doing my teenage bitching bullshit. Of course, she's yelling back at me and called me a son of a bitch.
Uh-oh.
I looked her right in the eye and go, yes, I am. Yeah, that wasn't good.
I didn't say yes, I am. I didn't say yes, I am. I looked her right in the eye at 15 years old and said,
well,
why? Why do you keep calling me a son of a bitch? You're only insulting yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, well, Shalisa, the way she jumped up, it looked like instead of fatwood, she looked like she found some hardwood or something. I don't know. She took off.
I'm pretty sure I don't have any hardwood.
Right,
Do you have any hardwood?
Might be about.
And first of all, shame on you, Ohio, for coming on the sliding glass door. Pervert.
What?
You just said you came on the sliding glass door.
I came in. Oh.
Yeah, pervert.
I'm not saying a word. Listen, there's nothing else to do in Ohio.
He must have originally been born in Pennsylvania. I mean,
no, he's a fucking West Virginia guy. You can tell. Look at him. Look at him. You know, he's got like one tooth. He's got fucking. You know, he thinks he's cool with the fucking scally cap on, but when Southern people try to act like city folk, it's fucking retarded.
Well, you know, kids meet that, and I can say that, folks.
No, he's got the fucking scally. Only city folk wear fucking scally. How many fucking hicks from Ohio or West Virginia do you know that wear a fucking scally cap? Come on.
First
I
of
don't-
all,
I don't.
what the
I live in the
fuck is
city,
a
man.
scally cap?
You
This
don't know what a
is a
scally
scally
cap is? That's a scally cap.
Scallywag.
You know what all the old hats that the fucking gangsters used to wear?
Yeah, I call that a golf hat.
Right. It's a scally cap. It's called a scally cap. They have a scally cap
Right
store
on.
in Boston.
I figured, Mikey, this is what I figured. I'm changing things, and maybe you should do the same. Maybe you should buy one, and maybe buy a fedora too, a nice suit, a black tie. I think we should start dressing like men again. Remember how men used to dress?
Oh, so you're telling me that I can't wear my 2A fucking camouflage fucking baseball cap no
you
more?
can't. You can't.
Oh, okay,
but I'm
just
saying,
checking.
you know, there's nothing wrong with a nice vest and a tie and an overcoat.
Yes, if
It's
you're going to
fine.
a Waco wedding or a funeral, absolutely.
No. I mean, just to be, if you're going out for dinner or something, you know.
No,
I'm so-
I don't do that.
I'm from so far down in the country.
By the way, Shalisa,
The only way you got a damn suit on was when they was trying to bury you, and I done told old lady she tried to bury me in a suit. I was
But I
gonna
mean-
make a holler ass.
I mean,
got your
if
name
you
on
watch
it.
like the movies,
Oh,
if you watch the movies like back in the 30s and the 40s and stuff,
Yeah.
One
How-
step
Yeah.
closer.
people carried themselves and just
Yes.
I don't know. Men were men, men were men then, you know. Now you drive down the street and you see fucking men wearing
Well,
dresses and
Well,
shit. It's
back-
not- they're not even trying.
back when them kind of films were going on, those were chick flicks. I mean, I always watched the cowboy pictures myself. So
Yeah, okay.
where they
well,
where they
let's
walked in,
watch Cowboy.
jumped off the horse with the with the horses on the
Watch
side.
Wyatt Earp. The Wyatt Earp had a nice suit on all the time. You know, they had their little bolo ties and their hat and everything. They look sharp. I think men
Because
should start
every
dressing
girl's
like that.
crazy but a sharp dressed man.
Yeah,
Is that what you're trying to get? What?
Well, I'm just saying. Instead of
People change, Ohio. It's like why was Willie Nelson in a suit when he first started singing? Now he's Willie Nelson. You know what I mean? He's in jeans and a cowboy
yeah,
hat.
I understand.
You know, he had his own TV show when he first started.
Yeah, and he
I
looked like a
understand all
tot.
that, but
Yeah,
but
with
there's
that little skinny
there's
tie and
nothing
shit.
wrong. There's nothing wrong with the scally hat. There's nothing wrong with the fedora. There's nothing wrong.
There's
with
a huge issue with a scally hat with a scally cap on a fucking hick.
But I'm not a fucking hick.
You are. You sound like a hick. You sound like you're part of the fucking West Virginia mountains of Appalachia. Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm not a hick. I was born and raised in a fucking major city.
Of what?
Well, Columbus, and now I live near Cleveland. I mean, it
Ohio, don't you know that nothing counts as a good city but below
unless
Boston?
it's fucking.
You
bullshit.
have a
Unless
fucking
it's fucking
accent.
bullshit.
Boston.
What if I start talking like this, like a wicked piss on shit like that? About the sewer? Am I allowed to wear this hat now because there's a sewer?
My
Next to my
cousin.
are you from
Next
across
to my
the
car.
pond?
Listen, here's the
Yes,
thing.
you're right. In the car,
If you come to
in my
Boston,
car, and go.
if you come to Boston, then you can wear the scally cap. When you get out of Hickville, as soon as you get out of Hickville, you can do anything you want.
Well, when you come to Cleveland, you can watch the Patriots play for free.
I was gonna.
Yeah.
I already saw the Patriots in Cleveland, actually.
Yeah.
I just didn't go to the stadium. I went to my cousin's house. Well, no, my cousin's wedding, but we saw it on the hotel.
Now
fucking
that's
TV.
fucking Hickville because you went to Chillicothe.
Why? That was a major city. They're a major city.
No, Chillicothe is not a major city.
They got like 20,000 people
you
in
can
it, right?
stand on one side of the street and throw a rock on the other end of town.
No, you
You
can't.
got two ATVs shaking his head no.
Stop.
Yeah, the Chili Bowl ain't nothing to it. I mean,
What do they got? 20,000 people in the town?
they ain't
Well,
much. They
Chillicothe,
ain't
I don't
much
know.
of that
Let's
in Chillicothe, Ohio.
Chillicothe, Ohio population.
5.
Ooh, 22,000.
There you go. That's a
Small
listen to me.
town.
That's a
Yeah,
small
but-
town.
But Mikey, they don't tell you that Chillicothe takes up about a quarter of the damn state. I mean,
So 22,000. Okay, where I'm at now is 367,991,000.
Exactly. Stop trying to act like you're a fucking city guy.
Well,
367,000, dude.
Listen to me.
well,
I
the
live.
thing
I
is,
live.
that is-
I live in a town that's got like 33,000 people in it, and it's. A
I don't
town
know,
that's-
but with that hat, you should be driving one of those little 2-seater Mercedes convertibles,
or
little
M,
sports cars.
or one
Either
of them
that or
little
I'm
box
thinking about going to the bus
MGs.
station and shining shoes. Maybe selling some newspapers, you know?
There you go.
Extra, extra, read all about it. Massachusetts man found to be an asshole.
Listen,
That's not news.
I live in a town, not a city. Okay, and of 35,000, just about. I live next to a city that's got 110,000, and next to another city that's got like 95,000.
Wait a minute, Mike. They call almost everything up there villages or something or other, don't they?
Yeah, if you live in a town of like 1,200 people, it's a village. Yeah,
Well, I
I
mean,
grew up in a village.
I don't have 12. That's way out in the west part of Massachusetts into New York. There isn't a fucking town east of fucking.
yeah, but one side of the streets is this village, and the other side of the streets this village.
What are you talking
So,
about?
in other words, if you combine both of them together, you got a good sized town.
What village?
Up there, in Massachusetts, eastern Massachusetts.
No, there is no villages in eastern Massachusetts. Not one.
2 shits.
They're not small enough to be a village.
No, because
It ain't the size that counts. The people actually vote to become a town or a city. Because
No, it's by
my
population.
my town votes all the time at a certain population.
No, it is by population around here. And
Yeah,
we're
but
one of the
you
last. We're one of the last large ones. And when I mean large, I mean over 25,000, 24,000 that still have. I don't have a mayor. We do town hall voting,
Except for the judges.
except for the judges. But no, there's no villages. I mean, yeah, they'll call it the village or whatever, but that's the old school, old timers back in the fucking 1920s and 1910s and all that shit.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
guess
what
what?
my
In
Bill
New
A-
York,
my
in
Bill
New York
A
City,
used
you
to
got
say
Greenwich Village, and I'm
village,
sure that's got a large population.
My Bill Aidens used to say village of so and so Massachusetts.
Really?
Yes.
Flan
I
says
never did run west.
First I ever heard of it.
Flan
never
says
did
up
run
by
a whole lot
her,
western.
the village is under 500 people.
No, we call those plantations. I'm being dead serious. Go to Maine. They call them plantations. I swear to God.
So when they get over 500, they got to change it.
I don't know.
Well, I come from a crossroads. I didn't come from a town.
Come
They
from
called
a
it a town, but it was a crossroads, basically.
So that's pretty funny. So the guy that comes from the
I just have to go back, and it's nothing against 2ATVs, man. It's nothing against you at all. But we're side by side on this panel, and we're all talking, and everyone's heard 2ATVs talk, and everyone's heard me talk. And you're going to address me as the hick on the fucking room?
because I like
Be
him.
careful, he's going to spit on you.
First of all, all you people have an accent except for Steve. Except when he says pop, when he's talking about soda.
Usually
Okay.
I call it soda now after the New
All right.
Orleans break-in.
And Dish doesn't talk so much funny, but everybody else, all you
Hey,
other people,
Steve.
all right. But
Oh, look at her turning off the camera and the mic.
but they don't
He's
live
about
in the
to- he's about to
fucking
beat some
South.
ass.
Hey, they're not. You know what I mean? I mean, 2ATVs does obviously,
He's hiding.
but he's not wearing a fucking scally cap. If 2ATVs came on Stevie's chat with a
Stop,
scally cap,
stop. Look how they match. Isn't
Yeah,
that
they do
cute?
match.
Oh my God.
Oh no, we're puking plaid.
I was going to say they both got big breastises.
Not yet.
Not yet.
And like, yeah, fatten him up like Susie's fattened up her Steve.
if 2ATVs came on Stevie's chat with a fucking scally cap, you damn Skippy fucking sure I'd fucking say something about him. But see, he's just a regular Joe. He's a regular hick. You,
Ohio, I think you look damn cute in it.
I think you look like a fucking Todd.
I don't know if I'd take you to the
Can we
shooting club,
cancel?
but
Can
you
we
look damn
cancel
cute.
Mike for like? I mean, how many
Dish,
times
tell
have
him.
you used that? How many
Dish,
times
tell
have you used that word?
Dish, tell him.
No, he does not look like a Todd.
Oh, stop it.
He looks
There
handsome
he
with his
goes.
beard.
Fucking handsome with the beard, baby.
Fucking people. You people.
You people.
Mikey, if I showed you my DMs with fucking Dish, you would be so fucking pissed.
Right?
Why, you making fun of me?
No. Let's just say some of the stuff she sends me leaves nothing for the imagination.
Keep it up, asshole. Keep it up.
I love that nervous she's caught giggle.
Yeah.
She's because she can't control it.
Right. Yeah.
Then she gets all pink.
I know, right? Cheeks.
I don't turn pink. I turn beet red.
Right.
This is lucky.
Note to self.
I don't know what you're talking about. I've got DMs of you too.
I love
Damn. These two plus Gunpowder Beauty, that's a trifecta.
Right.
Dickhead.
You too can have those type of DMs if you extort for the money.
So who
I
bought you
send
the
them a DM.
fucking...
I slide off in there and I'll be like, hey, remember that picture you sent me? I'm going to post it on my Facebook unless you give me more pictures and send me $25 on my Vimo.
That's Venmo.
Venmo, whatever.
Venmo.
It goes ding when I get my fucking money from Dish.
Listen. I want to know who the fuck bought you the Scally Cap.
And
How
thanks
about
a lot. Thanks a lot, Ohio. That's probably why I can't get no good pictures from Dish, because you've done scared her.
Right. Got her. I got her.
You didn't answer the question.
I
Who
did.
bought-
I said I did.
Oh.
I did.
And
I
is it a
bought
winter Scally or is it a fucking summer Scally?
It's a winner. It's like well,
got
I mean, you
Is it
Heavy
wool?
liner in it.
can't really tell because it's like, let's see. There you go. See?
Now I'm gonna pull a rock on him. It doesn't matter what the fuck it is. No,
Oh, fuck you.
listen, you just I see. I picture. You know what it is? I think it's just Southern drawl, right? With a Scally, where I think you should have a fucking ball cap that's fucking got camo on it, or a cowboy hat. I've never seen somebody with a Hickville fucking accent
You've never
wearing a
seen-
fucking
never-
Scally.
Oh my God.
No.
Now, is that one of the ones where there's actually space between the hat and the bill?
Yeah.
There's like a void in there.
Yeah. Like you could hide your dope up in there real good.
That's what I was just going to tell you. When I was about 16, 17, I wore one of those for a little while that I snatched off a girl. I kept it, and that's where I used to hide my doobs.
Hide my
Mikey, I can tell you, I've got, well, let's see. There's pictures of people in my family that worked the coal mines, lived down in the fucking hills, that wore hats like this all the time.
Yeah, but those are the big old style wool ones. Yes, I get that. Okay.
The original golfing hat.
Oh no, they're huge. They're huge. And those are the old wool ones too. Okay. Now
That and some very early brothers used to wear them too.
but that was dress attire for that time period too.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. Why can't we dress like that?
Because it doesn't go with your voice now. See, now you want to put a fucking hat on. It just, if you put a cowboy hat on, you'd be all
Well,
set.
I mean, being from Massachusetts, wearing a fucking camouflage 2A hat doesn't fucking go with your voice either.
How do you figure that?
Touche.
No, that'd be like, I'll tell you what, if I put a cowboy hat on, it'd be kind of fucking stupid, right?
Yeah, but no, you got a 2A hat. That's stupid too, coming from Massachusetts.
dishes on this the hat you bought me?
What you need, Ohio, is a grinder under one arm and a Philly steak and cheese under the
you
other,
gonna
and
talk
talk
like
like
that,
you're
Tish?
stupid from New York.
I don't.
What are you talking about?
Why we turn this whole chat into my fucking hat?
Because you
I
look.
want to talk about food.
Let's talk about. Okay, let's let.
That'd
the
be like
people
seeing
out-
Stump in a fucking tie.
Let's let the people out in the chat decide. Go ahead, and if you're okay with my fucking hat, text a 1 in there in the chat. If you hate it and think that I'm a fucking Southern tard, or like Mike would say, put a fucking 2. Let's see what the people in the
Hey,
chat
I'm a-
think.
I'm a proud Southern tard, if y'all want to call that. You call it tards. I mean,
Mike.
I'm gonna block that guy.
Yeah. I'm blocked. You see, Gear Grind gave me a 3. That means he's gonna put some DMs on me too.
I
Yep.
think you're gonna have a date.
I think there's more
one.
1s there than 2s.
Bullshit. You see, we can go back and see all those 2s I posted.
Yes, you only get 1 fucking vote, man. This ain't fucking Joe Biden country. You don't get to vote more than once.
Right.
this is Arizona where they counting.
Well, they do in Florida. Come on, you get Dish. Did you vote?
No, I didn't vote.
Clear Wizard even has one, so
I just come on.
Us girls, we want to stay neutral.
It doesn't match his person.
Yep.
That's what it is. It doesn't match his persona. It'd be like Hulk Hogan. It'd be like Hulk Hogan come out with a cowboy hat on. Okay, that's a good
Mikey,
analogy.
you are so slow to adapt.
Adapt to what?
Anything.
Oh no, he's not. He's ready to put on a fucking dress and go into a woman's locker room.
That is true.
What are you talking about?
You're okay with it? You're totally like you're going to be trans by the
You
time
don't-
you're 60 years old.
are you
You're going to be
tell-
the next
Shut
Caitlyn
it.
Jenner.
Are you trying to tell me?
Caitlyn
trying to tell me-
DeLucia coming your way.
Are you trying to tell me that if you guys know who Hulk Hogan is, right?
Bouncing the grandkids on a skirt.
You guys know who-
Michelle DeLucia.
You guys know who Hulk Hogan is.
Yes.
You're gonna sit there and tell me.
One letter away.
You're gonna sit there and tell me that you don't think he looked foolish in a cowboy hat.
Personally, Hulk Hogan can wear anything.
It doesn't match his persona. It doesn't match his.
That's
You know what I'm saying?
That's like me. I love those oilskin coats. Those
Yes.
big heavy duty
There
cowboy.
you go.
I won't buy one because it don't fit me. I would look like a shrimp in a big old oilskin coat.
Okay, now you're cooking with oil. Now somebody's finally understanding what the fuck I'm saying about.
But
it.
I think personally, my personal opinion, the head of this chat, I think
Yeah.
Ohio looks great in his little,
Of course you do. You
whatever
ass
that
kissing
thing is.
fuck.
his duck bill,
You
whatever.
ass kissing fuck. You would. What's he
Yes.
sharing over there?
There, Hulk Hogan in a cowboy hat, bitch.
There you go.
Yeah. You're an asshole. How long did it take you to do that?
I just
And he
typed
looked-
in Hulk Hogan wearing a cowboy hat and a fucking million pictures showed up.
Yeah, I'm sure it did.
What's his real name?
Terry something.
Yeah, like Terry Bolio or Bolo
Terry
or
Bo-
something.
Yeah, but he hasn't gone by that name in a gazillion years.
Thunderlips is what I know him as
Thunderlips. Yeah.
from the Rocky movie.
Yep.
Personal relationship with him.
No, that was his name in the
Hey,
Rocky movie.
Thunderlips.
Rocky 3.
Does she have thunder thighs?
No, she's got Shelley Winter thighs.
No, But I got some DMs from Dish that's got some thunder hips.
You're not making fun of my girl, are you?
Oh hell no, that's a compliment.
Right, Gary.
Have you seen that video where that girl, she's wearing a dress, but she's kind of thick and she's got these like look, she's like, these aren't love handles, but I don't know what they're called. And then it flashes to the guy and he's like,
Meat
fucking
that.
child support, baby makers. I mean, he rattled off like 100 fucking things of like why that little crease right in a woman's area, like from her stomach to her hip, right there, is like the sexiest part of a woman or something. It's
Oh, on
hilarious.
the outside?
Yeah.
When they sit down in blue jeans, it makes a point. Oh,
Yeah.
Love it. Love it.
You guys are on fucking crack.
Mm.
I got 2 hits on crack. Dish, what does this work on to?
On crack and can own guns. Pretty much any gun they want.
No, I'm not just gonna fucking get on into a fucking. Oh my god, I cannot believe he's gonna be a Jet.
I'm not on crack, but I'm on Fatwood.
That would
Who's you gonna be your quarterback now?
Jordan Love.
I think we need
You should start rooting for another team, kiddo.
I'm thinking so.
What's their pick in the draft?
I'm not
Right before
sure.
me, right before us, I think, or right after us, I should say.
it's just going to go back to the Lions.
15,
Yeah.
15 or 16th, I think they
Watch,
got.
they'll get that C.J. Stroud from Ohio State probably.
Or Green Bay.
You get me excited making noises like that.
Uh-oh.
Where does Green Bay Packers pick?
That's getting a little personal there, Lisa.
Hey man, I hear a song and then a big thud on the floor.
Like I thought. Hey, just like I thought, they're picking 16th, and I'm picking 14th. Right after.
Flan is asking, so Rodgers going and quarterbacking for Baltimore?
No, Rodgers is leaving Green Bay and quarterback on the Jets, believe it or not.
Oh, Dish got it.
Baker Mayfield's going to Tampa Bay.
Yeah,
Is he
somebody
really?
else.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and oh
That's what
shit,
Rodgers should have won.
who was the old quarterback for the Bengals? And I think he played for Dallas for a little bit.
Who cares?
I forget.
The redheaded guy. I think he's going to
I'm not a sports fan.
Carolina.
Let's talk about NASCAR. Old school NASCAR, not the new shit.
I love NASCAR.
Barry Gant was my favorite driver. Drove the
I love
gold banded
NASCAR.
number 33 car and smoked cigarettes the whole fucking time he drove.
I like NASCAR, but they take way too many left turns.
Yeah, right.
You know what? I love NASCAR when they're on a round track and when it's at like fucking Pocono and all that shit, those road courses. I hate it.
No,
I hate road
the
courses.
Brickyard. I can't stand the Brickyard. It's too small. I like a big track like Daytona. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't like
Something
it.
It's
I
not,
don't like
the Brickyard isn't too small, it's too flat.
It's too flat. It's the if you go out there and watch a damn race sitting in the stands at the Brickyard, watch a NASCAR race, sitting in the stands at a NASCAR race, that is the most boringest fucking place I've ever been in my damn life.
what's
Not
the
with
little
IndyCars,
tiny
though.
bowl? What's the little one?
That's the
Bristol.
Arlington
Bristol.
or
Bristol,
Talladega?
man. Bristol, I hate Bristol. Talladega's huge, dude.
Talladega's 5 wide all the time, kid. I love Talladega.
Right on.
Bristol.
Michigan.
Bristol,
Michigan's a big track, too.
Martinsville. I mean,
Loudon's not. No, I don't think Loudon's not that big.
if you ain't bumping and knocking each other every damn lap like doing a small short track, then you ain't racing.
But they
Like
Right.
Earnhardt said, rubbing's racing. So I mean,
they changed racing too. You know what I mean? And it's just they
Yeah,
changed it
it's-
all.
it's
We need to
it's
take them
almost-
fucking restrictor plates off and let them boys go.
I mean,
Fucking Gear. Hey, Gear, you ready? Here comes a joke for you. Ready, Gear? Third time's the charm. Andy Dalton. Font said Andy Dalton.
Gear, it's been long enough, bro. You don't have to leave.
Ohio. The answer to your quarterback question was Andy Dalton.
Andy Dalton, yeah.
Flan got it. Flan got it, not me.
Thanks, Fawn. Yeah, I couldn't think of his name.
But yeah, no, I like Kyrie. I haven't been able to sit and watch a race, and I can't tell you how long.
no.
Me
Well-
either, 'cause you don't watch
I
TV.
used to get made fun of because here's how long it's been. I used to get made fun of because I was a Jeff Gordon fan.
Jeff
Well, I
Gordon.
was too.
Jeff Gordon's gay. You ever heard that song?
Well, I was a Jeff Gordon fan too. I mean, and I'm from the South. I'm in the heart. I'm 14 miles from the Darlington racetrack.
Nice.
Where I was born and I grew up. So, I mean, I'm in the heart of NASCAR.
So you're a big Bubba Wallace fan, then, aren't you?
Whatever else happened was when NASCAR tried to go all over the damn country to these damn cookie cutter friggin' tracks. Every damn one of them, like Charlotte, the same damn mile and a half track. I mean, they built Chicago that way. They built Fontaine that way. They built all these damn tracks the same friggin' length, the same damn
Vegas
size.
is like that too, isn't it? In Vegas, just like that. Is Vegas like that?
I think it's a little bit more flat, but it's not made of this. It's not made the same as the Fontana and Charlotte and those mile and a half tracks like that.
I'll tell you, real exciting racing to go watch. Go watch those idiots in them souped up dune buggies climbing them mud hills straight the fuck up.
No, I think the
Through
best
the
one.
woods.
My favorite race is when you put about 5 or 6 school buses in a figure 8
Well, I did that too, but not in a school
at
bus.
the county fairgrounds.
If you go to Gia Dryden 19 channel and you look back on his videos, there's some videos of him at a dirt track race. Those are fucking awesome to watch.
Yeah, my cousin used to race dirt. He said he was going to get back into it.
Those are fucking awesome to watch.
I used to love going to the drag races because you got a winner in like a couple seconds. And then
Ohio, Gear said Tim Wilson.
We've still got a dirt track over by Quincy. It's Butler, Michigan, and then we still have
Tim Wilson. Who's Tim Wilson? I don't know what he's talking about.
He was a joke teller for
drive-through
NASCAR and everything else. He used to tell all kind of jokes. He was on John Boy and Billy show and all that stuff.
Was he the one saying that? Is he talking about the Jeff Gordon's gay song? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and I miss the good old days when the fucking drivers get out and start beating the shit out of each other. Especially like Tony Stewart. They get out of the fucking car, he's whipping his fucking helmet at somebody, and they get out. That's fun.
I used to love to watch Tony Stewart get his ass kicked.
That wasn't
I hated
even
Tony Stewart.
That wasn't even a fight, Mike.
I know.
The real fight was when the Alabama gang stopped on the back streets of Daytona and got out and beat Cal Yarborough's fucking ass.
Right.
I mean, that was the real racing back in them days.
Yeah. I think they should make them race with like 40 gallons of moonshine in the ass end. Like
and the winner is whoever comes back with the most moonshine still left.
Yeah. He's a smooth driver.
Yeah.
And we need a G-Man car with some agents in it shooting at him the whole time.
Isn't Daytona? Hey, isn't Daytona and Talladega the only two they don't have restrictor plates on?
No, they're the only two that's got restrictor plates.
No.
Yeah, Talladega and Daytona, because they're the ones that they originally put restrictor plates on.
Yeah, they might go too fast.
Yeah.
No, but I thought they got up to 200 miles an hour at Talladega.
They were Bill Elliott was getting almost 230.
Yeah.
And so that's why they put the damn restrictor plates on, because the car wouldn't stay on the ground at 230 miles an hour.
Right. Shalisa, how close are you to Michigan Speedway over there?
I don't know where that's at.
Brooklyn, Michigan.
Oh, that's way below you. That's at the border.
Isn't that south of Benton Harbor?
Yeah. It's way down by the border. What about the dragway?
We have Galesburg Speedway. That's the closest one to us between Battle Creek and Kalamazoo. It's just outside of Kalamazoo.
Gotcha.
I'm about 50 minutes away from Loudon.
Where's Loudonville at?
New Hampshire.
Loudon, well, Loudon was another one of them bastards they put in took a race from down south to put
Well,
that is boring as hell watching the
what happened was that
Up there in
Loudon-
Yankee Land.
Loudon was just all strictly motorcycle racing. And they never did anything else in there but motorcycle racing. Well, guess what? They sold the fucking track. And when the guys sold the track, that was it. He got in touch with fucking NASCAR, and they did their thing and everything else. And let me tell you something. I have to leave my fucking place either noontime, okay, or while the race is going on. Because if I don't, I'm fucked going home. More people there than
Are they racing NASCAR at They do Mid Ohio, don't they? Road course.
The step downs do. The Xfinity Series does Mid Ohio.
Okay.
Yeah, but not. I was going to say
not the big boys.
Not the big
I'll
boys.
tell you what, though. You go to Mid Ohio for Superbike, that's fucking a good time there, buddy.
Those guys are kamikazes. Fuck me. No
And
way.
the titties walking around that place. God damn.
Let's go to a regular fucking NASCAR. You want that? Jesus
Oh, I've
Christ.
seen that too. I mean, I've been to Michigan, went to Brooklyn. When I went there, Alan Kowicki was driving the Hooters car. Davey Allison won the pole.
Wow.
So there's two that are dead that
Yeah.
that I seen it, and Kyle Petty was driving the old 42. I think it was 42,
Yes.
mellow yellow car.
That was about the no driving the son of a bitch there was.
There was I think Bill Elliott was driving was he still driving Budweiser at that time? Bill Elliott was.
That's
the
when they didn't
Budweiser
have.
car.
That's when they didn't have rules.
Well, I mean, back, Kyle Petty even wrecked his damn daddy to keep him from winning Rockingham one year. I mean, the son of a bitch was 50 laps down, I think, and spun out right in front of Richard, and Richard ended up hitting him in the ASN, and Dale Earnhardt won the fucking race.
Dale Earnhardt used to win a lot of races like that.
Yeah, I
Just
mean,
saying, wink, wink.
But Kyle, if Kyle hadn't have been, I mean, when Richard come out of the fourth turn on with one lap to go, here's Kyle sitting sideways on the damn track. He'd hit him right dead in the door if he hadn't.
I thought
He
Kyle
hadn't
had a
hit the
pretty
wall. He took
I thought
slid
Kyle
his
had a
car
pretty good
against the
record,
wall.
didn't he?
Huh?
Didn't Kyle have a pretty good record though?
Cowboy Kelly, what's up?
Hey, Cowboy Kelly.
Hey, Cowboy Kelly.
No, Kyle never did win much. He won one or two few races, but he wasn't too much of a racer. Now his son, if he hadn't got killed in New Hampshire, Adam Petty, he hit the wall in New Hampshire, I think.
Loudon. I think it was.
Over in Loudon.
I think it was.
He
I
hit
think
the
he
wall,
got
got killed. But he was going to be the next. He was going to be the next Petty to actually be a winner. But I mean, but the way I got to go to the race that year was Earnhardt was driving the Wrangler car. The cop the undercover cop from up the street where I lived at asked me if I wanted to go with him. If you bought 2 pair of Wrangler jeans, they'd give you 2 tickets to Rockingham. So he'd bought 2 pair of Wrangler jeans and asked me if I wanted to go. And here I am. We in a damn Toyota Corolla, 5 of us in a Toyota Corolla, and I mean, here I am stuck in the middle between 4 undercover cops for the damn town, the county I lived in, and my fat ass was still sitting in the middle. We couldn't move in that car, and they called it off that day for a doggone.
Well, you know that.
And then we had to go back next weekend to see the race.
You're not a true redneck if you didn't take a fucking pickup then.
Kyle Petty had 8 wins.
Yes.
He had 173 top 10 finishes.
Kyle's a good driver. I don't care what anybody says.
He was a wannabe.
Yep. I still liked him though.
Well,
I always rooted for what's his name too. He drove the number 2 car.
Rusty
Rusty Wallace.
Rusty Wallace.
yeah.
The Miller Genuine Draft.
Miller
Rusty-
Genuine Draft.
That
Yep.
fucking Miller Genuine Draft commercial was badass back in the day when it came around the track and was like fucking tearing the bleachers off and shit. That was a badass commercial, man. Little ZZ Top. I think they played ZZ Top. Fucking across the track.
Gear Kyle Busch can't keep from wetting his pants every time he gets in a damn race car.
Oh,
I mean,
My favorite NASCAR driver was Dick Trickle. What?
Dick Trickle.
That was his name.
Yeah. That was his name. It was.
That's a bad name. It's a bad one.
He gave love a bad name. Bad name.
Yeah, Dick Trickle, man. I used to like. Was it Ken Schrader? Ken Schrader drove the M&M's car for a long time.
Well, no. Yeah.
M&M's?
Yeah, the M&M's car. Kenny Schrader used to drive it.
Kenny Schrader drove that.
Oh, I thought that one guy had it from the get-go.
No.
The gay guy.
No.
There's a bunch of people drove that M&M's car.
Yep. And then what's his name drove the fucking UPS car forever.
Oh, you with the mustache?
Dale Jarrett.
Dale Jarrett.
Dale Jarrett. Let me
Dale
tell you a
Jarrett.
story about that fucking UPS car.
But then wait a minute, before he retired, did he start driving a Tide car or something?
No, that was Ricky Rudd that started driving a Tide car.
No,
Yeah.
but before he left, didn't he drive a different car?
I don't know, man, but I used to work at a bar, and we would take the top 25 drivers or cars or whatever,
Yeah.
right? Everybody pitches in $5.
Yeah.
They wrote the numbers of the cars on like some fucking like poker chips or whatever, and we put them in a coffee can, shake them up, and you reach in there and draw out your number, and then they'd write it on the board, and whoever fucking won that race got what was in the fucking coffee jar, the $5, or so.
Well, that'd make it fun.
Yeah, it was fun. Except for I pulled fucking like, what was his name?
Dale Jarrett.
One of the Bush brothers, Kyle Bush, or one. I drew their fucking name every goddamn week for like 4 weeks straight, and they never finished a race. And it was like one of the last races of the year, and I was like, just give me fucking Kyle Bush. And they were like, no, you can't
Get
do
it
that.
over
And I was
with.
like, just, I'm going to draw him anyway.
SKS brought up Dusty Rutherford.
I reach in the damn coffee can, pull out fucking Kyle Busch, and they were like, you know what? Everybody was like, no, he can't call Kyle Busch and then reach in and grab Kyle Busch. Even though they were like, draw again. So I draw again. Fucking get Dale Jarrett, right? And I'm like, well, that's better than fucking Kyle Busch. We're watching the race. Dale Jarrett takes the lead with 4 laps to go. He's fucking got a huge ass lead. I'm fucking
early.
counting my money already, right?
Too early.
Motherfucker runs out of gas on turn 4
Oh.
and gets passed by like this fucking much at the finish line. I was like, you got to be. And guess who fucking beat him?
Kyle Busch.
Kyle fucking Busch.
Loser.
Oh my God, I was so pissed. I was so pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
but it is fun when you do it that way. If you can get like 25 guys together and
No shit.
everybody pitching, everybody pitching
Yeah.
$5.
well, we did it kind of different. We drew numbers And like you said, 1 through 25, we drew numbers, and then whatever car that qualified that number that you drew out in the top 25 was what driver you got. Say Jeff Gordon started 24th, then I had Jeff Gordon because I had 24.
Oh, got you.
I mean, just
So they were place numbers, not car numbers.
Yeah.
Got you. And then the shotguns come out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but most 99% of the time, somebody's gonna win in the top. That starts in the top 25. I mean, them back road drivers, unless something happened to one of the cars in one of the top 25 cars in practice. I mean, they would start, and they had to start at the back, but most of the time it was somebody in the top 25 that won it. So
see you, Cowboy Kelly. Thanks for coming in. Guy or girl, whatever Cowboy Kelly is.
Cowboy insinuates it's a boy.
It should be cow person.
Cow person, yeah. Cow person.
No, wait. Person ends with SON, so you can't use that.
Maybe it's cow them. It's a cow them.
Cow them.
Yeah. Well, I got the
Good night, Kelly.
I got to get out of here too. So.
Oh, that's a good one. And just leave the cowboy off totally and just go with Kelly. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's cool. I got to hit too. I got a house smoking up, and then we got to put the boy to bed.
Alrighty.
Don't call Steve a boy. He's a man.
Sleep well.
Love you guys.
Have a wonderful night, sweetheart.
Good night, Mike. ATVs.
Bye, Steve.
In the DMs.
Well, I'm going too. So.
Right on.
I'll see you in the DMs too.
All right, I'm gonna have to go find a couple of topless girls to fill their space, I guess.
Well, I'll send you a brown eye shot there. I think.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Oh, Cowboy Kelly says, "Girl, actually, I got harassed."
You mean you got her ass?
I did not say that. I said harassed.
Oh.
Kind of like the thing you're doing now.
Uh-oh, I got a little sliver in my finger, right in the crack.
Ouchie, ouchie.
Yeah, I'll have to dig it out with one of my Dell pocket knives. I'm just starting to feel it, so it means it's getting infected. I had to crawl around the attic today running wires from my living room lights. I have to buy booby lights. So I buy them from Home Depot online, right? They said they would send me a text when it's ready. They send me a text for Rochester Hills, which is the next town over, that part of my order is ready to pick up. And then Lake Orion Home Depot sends me a text saying my order is ready to pick up. I go to Home Depot, they never heard of me. And he looked on the computer, looked up my order number, and he said, it's all in Rochester Hills. I'm like, well, why'd you send me a text in, you idiot?
Right.
He says, I don't know, sir, but you better leave. And then I had a blizzard hit right when I walked out the door, like instant whiteout. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, we had one of those this morning.
Yeah. Well, it ended up here. It lasted maybe 5 minutes, then poof, clear as a bell.
And it didn't even stick on the ground either, did it?
Nope.
Just blew away. Yeah, that's the way ours was.
I got just from Home Depot to my truck, I got wet like I was in a rainstorm or something. It was just hosing.
I'll be right back, Steve.
All right, I got video proof. Now it's going to bug the shit out of me. It's right there. See it? See the red spot?
Boy.
Oh, wait, wrong. No, there it is. See the red spot?
Oh, yeah.
Right in the crack.
Yeah, I got one. You know, one on the crack on the pinky on the outside, and I don't know how the hell I got it.
I think it just came out.
You know, there's nothing more satisfying when you do have a splinter or a sliver, and you're able to like run like a needle or a card or something across
And it
it,
goes.
and it sticks up, and then you can grab it with some tweezers, and then if you pull it out real slow, you get that enjoyment of watching. Yeah, I was like, oh, look how deep that son of a bitch is.
I had a guy I used to work with down south would disagree slightly with you. He was throwing redwood siding up to a guy on a scaffold and got a sliver in the palm of his hand from that redwood.
Yeah.
And when he pushed on it, you could see a bump, his skin bumping up at the top of his hand.
My word.
It was huge. I'm like,
Dude.
man, you better get a crowbar for that one. And redwood has a ton of acid in it, and it burns like you wouldn't believe.
I ran a fucking piece of wood about that long, about that wide, all the way up to the bottom of my foot. We had a plank when I was a kid. We built our house, and you know when they come around and do the excavating and everything and push all the, you know, level out all the land around the house and everything.
Yeah, make a mud hole.
It was just fucking a mud hole, right? So we had a wooden plank that came off the front porch down to the driveway because we didn't have a sidewalk in yet. And I was barefoot. I was a kid. And I was coming down the ramp and fucking snagged that big ass piece of. Oh man, it went all the way. I mean, it went all the way up in my foot and it broke off.
And I imagine it was nice, clean, brand new lumber too, right?
Oh, sure it was. Yeah. It didn't have mud prints all over it or anything. But they took me to the fucking ER because I was like 7 years old, man. They took me to the ER to remove it because my dad was like trying to pull on it. You know, you're a 7-year-old kid. You ain't letting dad pull that fucking thing out of your foot. Ain't no way that's happening.
A sliver of wood that big's got burrs on it. It's going to be grabbing meat and skin and all kinds of shit.
You know what they did? Like if this was the bottom of my foot, they actually just took a fucking scalpel and they just cut right on top of it, and then they opened my foot up and pulled it out.
Wow,
it was just skin. It was just, you know, it wasn't like meat and everything. It was just skin.
What a great summer you had.
You know what though? I can remember that it didn't hurt that bad after it. You know what I mean? I think the initial shock of it happening was more painful than the actual pain because I remember going swimming that same summer and stuff. It's not like I had anything wrong with my foot majorly. It didn't slow me down that much.
You must have got lucky and it was shallow. I've got a few of those lucky ones where you could actually see the sliver all the way under.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, phew.
And that's why they just took it and cut the skin and opened it up and pulled it out.
Okay, I got the sliver story to top everybody. You remember the 1970s old school paneling with the grooves in it? My sister was sitting on the couch, running her finger up and down the groove.
I know where you're going with this.
Right under the fingernail, and you could see it up here past your fingernail. It went so deep.
Oh my God. As soon as you said that, like leaning back doing this, yeah.
Yep. Watching TV, and all of a sudden,
oh yeah. Ouch.
Oh my God. Bad. Yeah, I think he just stepped out he didn't step out for a smoke. He must have had to go poop.
I think he said something about changing his tampon or something.
Oh, did he? Yeah, you better get the pliers out. Could be in a little snug.
I think though my worst sliver story would probably be I was working heating and air conditioning, and I had a little tiny metal sliver I was cutting out ductwork.
Coated
went in my eye.
Yep.
And my first instinct was to fucking put my hand on it and put, out, and I made it worse. So I had to go to they took me to the ER, and then they're like, well, you're going to have to see some fucking like optometrist or some type of eye doctor or something like that. So I'm sitting in the ER and they got this fucking patch and they got ice on the side of my face because the side of my face was like swelling up. It was weird. And I was probably there maybe an hour or two, and then they, wheelchair my ass up to this other room, and they lay me on this thing, and the doctor comes in, introduces himself, and he puts some eye drops in my eye.
To diet.
Well, no, to numb it. So
Oh.
he's like, can you feel this and everything? And I'm just like, no, not really. I can, he's touching you, but you can't feel it. So then he fucking whips out a fucking needle, and he sticks a needle like right down in my eye, and like puts more stuff in there.
That wasn't a needle, and that wasn't stuff. But go ahead.
Right. So my whole side of my face is numb as hell. And he basically, there was this like fucking clamp thing that held my eye open on my cheek or whatever. He basically popped my eye out of the socket and was able to, because they had to take x-rays and stuff, and remove that fucking sliver because it got pushed back behind my eye.
Youch.
Oh, that sucks ass.
No, you know what's the weirdest thing is when you're laying on a fucking bed and you can see the ceiling with one eye and you can see the wall with the other eye. Because your eye.
I know a guy can do that.
That happened to a buddy of
on
mine.
the side of your face there.
Now you're a fish.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Walleye.
that happened
Walleye
to a buddy of mine. One of his other friends threw one of those karate stars at him, and it stuck in both eyes, right around his nose. And it penetrated one eye and didn't go through the other one. And he said, and I thought he was bullshitting for years. He said the doctor took his eyeball out of his socket and laid it on his cheek on a pad, and he could see the floor and the room at the same time.
Yeah.
I'm like, you full of crap. And then
Seriously, it popped your fucking eye. Dude,
Yeah.
I seen a guy get his eye popped out in a basketball game. He got elbowed. Like, turning
Damn.
around, got elbowed, like, right on the side, and it, like, popped that fucking eye. And it was like, ugh.
Yeah, I can never go to get anything done on my eyes, ever. I am so protective of my eyes, it's not even funny.
Right.
I'm like, it's just.
Are you one of those people that can't even put eye drops in?
Correct. When we were back in the 80s, we all get high as a kite. And I've been sitting there with fucking glass eyes, fucking red as fuck, and they're all like, "Hey, Mike, what? You need some Visine." All right, what's that? What? Yeah. I go, well, what do you do? They go, put it in your eye. And no. Yeah, you can have it. I don't know if back in the day I got hit with a stick, whatever. I don't know what the fuck it was, but I am so fucking protective of my eyes. It's not even fucking funny.
Takes like 4 guys to hold him down and 1 person to put it in his eye.
Hey,
my mom.
Now we know his weak spot.
When my mom, when I had
hey, Mikey.
Yeah. I had conjunctivitis as a kid. And I was 14 or whatever, 15 or something.
Now that's sexually transmitted, right?
And I literally could not see a thing, right? And I'm screaming. And my mother come up over
come in your eye? Is
and
that
she goes, no. Did I say that to you when you were telling your eye story?
Right.
Yes, you did actually.
You
after my face was numb and the doctor stuck
you fucking scally cap Ohioan fuck. Listen, so I said to her, I says, I says, I can't open my eyes. So I'm trying to come down the stairs. I'm trying to come down the stairs at the same time. She's like, sit down. So she makes me sit in the hallway. And she goes, oh. And she looked at me. I go, what do you mean, oh? And she goes, I'll be right back. Don't move. So she runs downstairs, comes back. And she goes, I'm going to put a hot. And then she goes right to my face. And she goes like this. It wipes my eyes out. I'm like, what are you doing? She goes, now open your eye. And she went like this to my eye. She went, and the goop was still on there. I was like, what's all that shit that I can't see? It's like the shit in my eye. She goes, yeah. She says, you got conjunctivitis. She says, you're not going to school. And I said, okay, what's that? And she goes, she's trying to explain it to me, right? I go, Mom,
That's that disease in porn stars get all the time.
she says, I says, but how did I get that? She goes, I don't know how you got it. So then I'm like, all right, cool. And then she says, well, no, because I got to go up to the drugstore, get this for you, get that for you, blah, 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 blah.
Andrew Hondo, welcome. What's happening?
Hondo.
Hey, Hondo. How you been, Andrew? Haven't seen you in a dog's age. But
Andrew Hondo, that dude is the master of fucking like Zebco fucking fishing reels, man. Let me tell you.
you know, Andrew, I know that, right? But here's the thing: porn eye instead of pink eye. But no, that shit. But anyways, I am so. My wife's like, you have to go to the eye doctor. I go, why? She says, Michael, you've never had an eye doctor appointment ever since you were like in grade school. I goes, correct. And she goes, you should probably have your eyes checked. I'm like, why? And she goes, because we're getting to be that age. And I'm like, oh, whatever. So then I go, but then what are they going to do to me? They're not going to, she's like, relax. They're not going to like stick a needle in your eye. I go, and I'm like, no shit. Because if they were ever going to stick a needle in my eye, they'd have to knock me out to do it.
Right.
So when I'm getting my mouth done on the 7th of April, the rest of my teeth are coming out. And the oral surgeon says to me, he says, so do we want to do just Novocaine? Do we want to stay awake? Or do you want to be put down? I go, put down. What do you go? What am I, a dog? He starts laughing. He goes, I meant put out. And I'm like, you want me to put out now? And the fucking nurse is fucking dying now, right? She's fucking rolling. Then he goes, oh, you're a handful.
And of course, your mom's about ready to die.
So
her son's out of control.
But
Ohio, can you read the private chat?
So I said I said to the guy, I says, no, you got to knock me out. I says, you can't work on my teeth with me knowing it. Because I says, it's bad enough that the x-rays that they had to take and all that bullshit. They made me do the x-rays the old way instead of doing the fucking stand-up fucking, you know what I mean? And I'm like, I gag. You can't put that shit in my mouth. You don't understand. I'm gonna gag like a sumbitch. Wait till they try to fit me with a denture. I'm gonna be.
Now you got me in this chat. I can't figure out how to. Okay, there we go. I'm back.
Thanks for the warning. Good night, Flan. Go Bruins.
Have a great night, Flan. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, no, I'm an absolute pussy when it comes to fucking eyeballs.
No.
I don't like it, but I can force myself to put in eye drops and shit.
Yeah.
Actually, I was quite surprised. I got a sliver in my eye and had to go to the doctor, and he laid me back and put all the dye and shit in it, orange dye and all that, because I know I scratched it somewhere. It was burning. And I lived through it. I wasn't, I had to hold the handles of the chair, but I was able to let him do it.
I remember I was about, I don't know, 11, 10. I was chasing, we were having a snow day. We're at school, but we're waiting for the buses to show up to come take us home because it was snowing like a bastard.
Yeah.
And so we weren't doing anything in class. And the teacher left, and I was chasing this kid. And this other kid fucking stuck his foot out to trip me. And a good job that he did, because he did. He tripped me in my fucking corner of my fucking head right here. Corner of my eye, right above my eyebrow right here. Hit the corner of the fucking desk. Fucking blood everywhere. So I take like 6 stitches right here, right? And anyways, so my dad comes and takes me to the hospital.
Hey, P2E, welcome back, bro.
We get to the thing, and he goes, "You're probably gonna get stitches again, Mikey." I said, "Yeah, whatever."
Again.
I said, "Well, no, me and my brothers are always getting stitches." So, anyways, because I'll tell you that in a minute. So, anyways, we get in there, and I says to my father on the way in there, I go, "Dad," I go, "I have a problem." He goes, "What?" I goes, "Dad," I go, they can't shoot that stuff. When I got stitches in my knee when I fell in the river." He was like, "Yeah." I goes, "And they put the needle there to numb it all up before they put the stitches in." He goes, "Yeah." I goes, "Dad, he ain't putting a needle in my eyeball." He goes, "Mikey, it's just to numb it so he can stitch it." I go, "Well, they better come up with a different plan, Dad. They're not." And I went fucking bananas because here they come. They got me in the fucking thing. Now my old man's in the room. And they got and I'm like, "Nope, no." And I'm fucking yelling. The old man's like, "Mikey, listen, you're going to be Dad, they are not putting that needle anywhere near my goddamn eye." And he's like, "Mikey, they're not putting it in your eye. They're putting it on the cut so he can do the stitching." I goes, "Why can't he just stitch it the way it is?" He goes, "Because you'll be in more pain than you already are."
Right.
He says, "You can't, Mikey, I says, "Dad, can't they just put that in a cup and dump it in there?" I said, "Why do they have to fucking shoot it? Why can't they just put it in a cup, Dad?" Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Well, I don't know this until later, right? But the doctor is behind, I can't see the doctor, but him and my father are looking at each other.
Uh-oh.
And he's like, apparently he's doing one of these. Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. And I'm like, da 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 da. And the doctor went zap. And I'm like, "Motherfucker." Oh, dude, I'm going to tell you, that hurt like a bitch. I mean, he didn't get me in the eye. He shot me. I don't know. Can you still see the scar? Side? Yeah, right there. He got me right here.
Hurt too.
And he shot me right here with the fucking needle. But I'll tell you what, it fucking hurt. Oh, and then they thought I actually broke they thought I broke the socket because my whole from my top of my jawbone here, whatever you call this, fucking cheekbone rather, from here up was just swollen, and my eye, it was like solid black.
Oh wow.
Like it wasn't shit. Usually when you get a black eye, it's like purple or whatever, purple, and you know what I mean? This was solid black.
Damn, you must have took a good lick. Of course, you bite the dust on the
corner. That's why they thought I broke my what they call it?
Radial
orbital
bone or
orbital.
Yeah.
They thought I broke that, so I had to go back to get. I didn't go back there, but I went to the clinic to get X-rays, but I didn't break.
So you let that perfectly good boxing career go with tough bones like that. You let that boxing career go, huh?
Hey, it is what it is.
Hey, Andrew, Hondo, believe it or not, man, my oldest is a senior. He's graduating here in a few months. And the youngest one, the little one, he's going to be a sophomore. So
your kids and my kids are the same age.
Yeah, and the wife, she's still putting up with me. So
well, technically, Camera Girl's a year older because I kept her back.
Yeah. Well, my youngest one was at the age where we could either put him in kindergarten or hold off, and we held off because he was in speech therapy. But he wouldn't fucking talk, man. He just would not talk. But we were in Florida. When was that? Last March, I think, wasn't it? It's been a year. We went down to Disney. The kids were in the Disney parade for the school for the marching band or whatever, and we actually stopped in your area, Hondo. And We ate at Biscuit World on our way home. We had to stop at Biscuit World because my oldest son loves the Biscuit World down there. So we stopped at Biscuit World right off of 77. And hell, next time I'm down that area, shit, we should meet up for lunch in Biscuit World. My treat, man. I'll buy you lunch. My treat. We'll go to Biscuit World. They got pretty good.
I would trust him. He said my treat too, and he didn't treat me. So.
Well, you didn't even show up here, man. You dogged me out. I fucking got tickets for you and everything.
Honda, what do you think about a guy that fucking makes fun of a guy that's not working? Imagine that.
I didn't make fun of you for not working.
I didn't work for 8 months. He wants me to take a trip.
I made fun of you for not driving your ass out here because I had already paid for the tickets. And
What was I? How was I going to do that? Do you know how much money that would have cost me to drive out there? It would have cost me to fucking cheaper to take a plane.
Yeah, that's true. Gas was pretty.
Gas was
high at
fucking
that time when it was like four something a gallon.
4 something a gallon. And my car only goes like 320 miles before it needs fucking fuel again. So.
Yeah, that's the thing with that little car I had, man. It used to get over about close to 400 miles a tank. The one I got now, it only does like 300 and some.
Well, that's why I wanted my brother's Excursion. He had one of the, when the Excursions first came out in the 90s, right?
Yeah.
The late 90s. He had one of the original ones, right? 42-gallon tank. We took that pick.
You need 42 gallons when you're only getting 3 miles per gallon.
We took that pig to fucking Ohio. That's what I went to Chillicothe in. We took that pig to Ohio. Let me tell you something. First of all, it's phenomenal. It never went below 80. And they never bothered us. They never fucking bothered us. But I'll tell you, what a comfortable ride to be in, to taking a ride like that, being in one of those. Oh, I don't think I could do it in my car. But I was signing up for a job, and I was on Indeed, and I says to my wife, I says, "Hey," I goes, "Look at this job." I says, "I can drive." I says, "They're only going 1 year on the driving record." She goes, "You're kidding me?" I go, "Nope." I go, look at the route I could have. And one of them was Bangor, Maine. She goes, "Nope." And I'm like, "What?" She goes, I said, "Babe, it's overnight." And like, I'll go in at like midnight or whatever, or whatever, 10 o'clock at night or whatever. Fly up, fly back. And she goes, "Nope." And I'm like, "Why?" And she goes, "No." I'm like, "Babe, I miss it." She goes, "Then get in your fucking car and go and visit." She says, "But you're not working up there ever again." I'm like, "All right, whatever."
When I worked at that compier place, they had a driver that worked there that did the Buffalo run every 2 days or 3 days. He would go from Cleveland to Buffalo, and he would come in at like 6 o'clock at night and load up and drive up, and then come straight back that night. He did it all at night.
How many hours is it from Cleveland to Buffalo?
I don't know, man.
Is that the midway point? Because you're only 10 hours away from me. No, it can't be the midway point because
no, it took
it's
me
5.
It's 11. It took me 11 hours to get to New York City, so I don't know about. I mean, Buffalo's just.
Yeah,
like,
but
you
when
just
you
cut
left
through Pennsylvania a little bit and right up into.
Yeah, see, for me, yeah, but when I went to Chillicothe, right, we went out Route 90. We jumped on Mass Pike. Well, we call it Mass Pike here, which is Route 90, and I took 90 all the way to Ohio.
From Cleveland.
It's going to be less. It's going to be maybe 4 hours tops.
Oh, 3 hours. They say it's from Cleveland to Buffalo is 3 hours, 17 minutes.
I said 4 hours tops.
Yeah.
But that's how many. That's how long it takes me to get to Bangor, Maine. It's like 3 hours and 20 minutes.
So he would drive up there, unload, and then load up whatever he needed to bring back to Cleveland, and then come back. So you're looking at 6 hours, 7
'Cause
hours.
it's
So
5
he's putting 8 to 10 hours in a
Yeah.
night.
It's 5. It's Buffalo from my house to Buffalo is like 5.5 hours.
That probably wasn't a bad gig then, man. To be honest with you.
Well, that's what I
if you
tried
like
to tell my
drive.
wife. I said to my wife, I go, but they'll lease because they wanted owner ops or lease guys, right? I said, but babe, I can make like $4,000 a week. Look at this, 3,600 a week, whatever, 3,800 a week. And I go, and then they'll lease it to them if you don't have your own vehicle. They'll lease one. And she's like, but how much is the thing? And I said, I'm looking into it, and she goes, and she says, well, which one would you take? I go, Bangor, man. No.
You know what, Andrew? We stopped and had lunch or whatever at Biscuit World. I know they did when years and years ago. I thought it was just biscuits and egg and biscuits and sausage and biscuits, stuff like that. And we stopped there, got breakfast one time on our way through, and then we realized they had like lunch and stuff too. And we went in and sat down and ate. And I got like beans and fried potatoes, like bean soup and fried potatoes or whatever, and cornbread, and you come with an onion.
Did he just say potato? Did he just say potato?
Potato. I got a potato.
You just said potato.
I tried to say it wrong and I can't.
You just said potato.
Potato. Some fried potatoes. Got some fried potatoes and some beans.
And then got in the car with your family. Poor family.
Yeah. And,
it ain't me, it's the beans.
It was pretty good. I mean, for like a fast food place that serves up food like that, also,
it's like Bigfoot's here.
It wasn't bad. But my son loves the fucking biscuits. Biscuit World. All you hear about is every time we get into West Virginia, man, Biscuit World, Biscuit World.
Yeah, we don't have Biscuit World here because
I don't know if Biscuit World is any place other than West Virginia.
We're north of the Mason-Dixon. We don't have Biscuit World.
Because as soon as you cross into West Virginia, it doesn't matter if you cross into West Virginia at 77 or down on 52 or
it's like
that on the other end.
It's like
that's like the second sign you see is Biscuit World on your next exit to your right. Biscuit World.
What's the restaurant that Alan Jackson owns? Oh, he's got his hand in one or the other.
Is that like Bojangles or something like that?
No, it's not Bojangles. It's the other one. It's a breakfast joint.
Well,
you talking about the Cracker Barrel or whatever?
Cracker Barrel. Right. Who the hell said it? Somebody at work at my old job. They said, "Well, if you want good Southern cooking, go to the Cracker Barrel." I started laughing my ass off.
Oh,
I mean,
I got the Cracker Barrel.
I used to know.
I go, those motherfuckers couldn't even make me an omelet. I says, I wouldn't send anybody to the Cracker Barrel.
I used to know somebody that was kind of her place to go. It's like, ugh.
I like Cracker Barrel, but I only get the same thing every time. When me and my wife go to Cracker Barrel, she will look at the menu for 10 minutes, and then she gets the meatloaf every fucking time. I was like, why do you even look at the menu? I will look at the menu. I don't even look at the menu. When I sit down, I'm like, I'll take a fucking Diet Pepsi or Diet Coke or whatever they got. And then they're like, do you know what you want already? Yep. I want chicken and dumplings, mashed potatoes, and then fucking like fried apples and coleslaw. Because you get like 3 sides or something with a platter or something like that. So you get the mashed potatoes, the coleslaw, and the fucking like fried apples or something. You want biscuits or rolls? Biscuits, Don't even have to show me a fucking menu of Cracker Barrel. I've never got anything other than that.
Well, I go in there for breakfast. The only thing I get now is the dropped eggs on toast. That's it. That's all I get.
Every time I've eaten there, it was like that cafeteria's food. Ugh. From a can. Horrible.
I yelled at the guy up hunting. He's making gravy. And usually we have it with moose meat, right? So he's making biscuits and gravy, but he usually uses moose meat. So he's cooking. I goes, Jimmy, I thought you were making gravy this morning. He goes, I am. doing it right now. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I have an issue. He's like, there's fucking cereal up on the fridge. I goes, no. That's not what I'm saying. I go, that looks like pork, not moose meat. He goes, yeah, I know. I go, Jimmy, where's the moose meat? Now I got to get attention to everybody in the fucking camp. And they're all looking at me, and I'm like, Jimmy, where's the moose meat? Now, I don't know this. I guess he told the guys he forgot it, which he did. He forgot it, right?
Throw them out.
Yeah. But he felt wicked bad that he forgot it. So now I don't know this. So Jim, where's the so now one of the guys walks over to me and they go, Mike, come here. I'm like, what? Mike, come here. What? Don't break his balls. I go, why? And why are we whispering? And then he told me he forgot it sitting on his counter. I'm like, so give us
therefore,
pork?
when it gets back home, it's going to be, you can't even use it when it gets back home. It's going to be
Right.
sitting out.
So I said, wow, you couldn't get down to the store and get fucking at least hamburger or something? Now we have to have pork with it? Oh, I can't eat this shit. Fucking pissing him right off. But he makes, I'll tell you what, for a city slicker, okay, he makes a great fucking biscuits and gravy.
Dude, I did the same fucking thing when going camping one time. I had like 4 steaks and then like a package of fucking hot dogs and like 5 pounds of hamburger, you know? And for some reason, I had it on the counter and I didn't put it in a fucking cooler. And when we got down to the campsite where we're at, I was like, you know, wife's like, going to make, you know, you start the fire up, and she's like, well, you know, and I'll get things going and we'll do burgers tonight. I'm like, all right, you know. So I get the fire going and she's over there cutting up fucking tomatoes and lettuce and shit. And I open up the cooler. I'm like, where's the hamburger at? She's like, I don't know. You want to put it in the cooler? I'm like, no, I didn't. Yeah. We were gone for like 4 days. So we had to come back to the house to walk into the house.
Stink.
It didn't stink, but it wasn't fucking, you know,
Right.
It was just disappointing to see 4 fucking like sirloin steaks, 5 pounds of hamburger. I think it was like bacon. Dude, I forgot all the meat. We had to go to like the little fucking store at the campground or whatever and buy meat from there and pay like 10 times what it was worth.
Right.
Just to get us through the weekend, because it was like a 4-day holiday weekend that we were camping. But
I did that.
I've never had biscuits
lobster.
and gravy without breakfast sausage
Me either.
in the gravy. I mean,
Really?
that's what makes it pop.
Uh.
Otherwise, it's like
too much
Well,
soda.
we had he put pork in it. I mean, he ground pork. So we used to.
with moose meat also.
No. When he did the moose meat one, it's just strictly ground moose meat burger. He never used anything with it.
You know, I've seen a lot of people.
we did that
on like YouTube videos and stuff. Instead of using sausage, they use hamburger for their gravy and biscuits or whatever.
It's
They use hamburger instead of sausage.
bland.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Unless you use like mushroom gravy and then burger.
Well, no. I think they're just using. Well, the one that I watched, she used hamburger, but she because she said she could use. She prefers to use like ground turkey.
Right.
And
Prepping.
and
It's
then-
just SOS without the sausage.
Well, but she put like, you know, sage and some other, you know,
that's
spices in it
sausage.
to make it taste like sausage, you know?
Yeah.
But we did that with lobster, Ohio. My wife and I, we left lobster at home, and
Gravied it.
no, we get right up to the camp. We get right up to the camp, and I go, "Hey, babe." She goes,
Oh.
"What?" I'm unloading the car. I goes, "Hey, babe." She goes, "What?" I goes, "You know those lobsters we were gonna have?" She goes, "Yeah." I goes, "Yeah, they're on the counter." She goes, "No way." Thank God they were in a cooler. I call my neighbor. I goes, "You know what, babe? They're gonna taste gross." I says, "I'm gonna die and everything." I said, "So," I said, "I'm just gonna call Sean." And she goes, "All right, yeah, go ahead." So I call my neighbor and I go, "Hey." He goes, "What?" I goes, "Dinner's on me." I says, "But you got to get down there right now." He says, "What are you talking about?" I goes, "Run down to my apartment." I says, "There's a fucking cooler sitting on the counter. It's got lobsters in it. You guys can have that for dinner tonight." He's like, "What are you talking about?" I go, "There's a cooler on my fucking counter."
Hello.
I need you to fucking cook it and eat it for your dinner tonight. I says, because I forgot it and I'm in New Hampshire and I ain't coming back to get it. He's like, oh, no, really? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna ask questions on the free lobster dinner? No,
Right.
thanks.
Well, Jesus Christ.
I'll go right over. Click.
So my wife's like, what are we going to have for dinner now? I'm like, I don't know. We'll do something. So then Saturday, because we didn't have the kids that time. So then she goes,
Mike, you missed. That's when you whip off the shirt.
well,
and go,
no,
"Me."
Saturday night, Saturday morning, I'm going to get coffee and tea. Now, why she just doesn't like make it in the trail is beyond me, but I'll go to the store and buy coffee and tea every morning. And I said to her, I go, hey, I have an idea. She goes, what? I goes, I know where we can get some lobsters. She goes, you do? I'm like, yeah. I says, Aunt Steamers. She goes, really? I'm like, yep. Dumbass tells my brothers and sisters and everybody up there what I'm doing. What time are you going to get the lobsters?
Oh no! Fuck!
I go, I didn't know I was going to get lobsters. She goes, you're a fucking liar. We already talked to Gina. And I'm like, oh. Well, now we're going to buy a lot of them. Here, come on. And come on, let's go get them now. And I'm like, what? Come on.
Kitty up.
So my brother come with me, and we get out. We bought, Jesus Christ, I think we bought the rest of them out of them. I think we bought like fucking 30-something lobsters.
Jesus.
We bought a whole fucking, we got a bushel and a half of fucking steamers. And he's like, holy shit, you having a party? He goes, well, we weren't supposed to. It's just supposed to be me and my wife. All of a sudden, there's fucking 92 people want to fucking
went from a nice romantic lobster dinner to the gang's all here.
And I'm like, he goes, so how many people is there? I says, I don't know, probably 12. He says, you just bought 30-something lobsters. I goes, dude, I'm going to eat 3. And he just looked at me and he goes, what? I says, I'm going to eat 3 of them. He goes, you're kidding. And I goes, and by the way, my grandpa and I back in the day ate a whole bushel of fucking steamers, just him and I by ourselves. He's like, you into seafood?
One bite each, maybe 2.
I goes, it doesn't fill me up.
Yeah.
It doesn't fill me up.
Damn good.
You know? But yeah, so it wound up having it being a night to fucking remember, that's for sure.
Gear Grinding says bacon grease, saute onions, then beef bouillon, then 2 cans of green beans with the juice.
What am I making?
It sounds really good, but you took all the healthy right out of the green beans.
They got an Amish restaurant.
Hondo says an Amish restaurant. Man, we have one not too far from us called like the Deer Dutchman. It's really, but it's like you can go sit down and get whatever you want off the menu, but they also have this big ass fucking buffet, and you can go pick the shit off the buffet. So it's like, no matter what, if you order a plate of food or get buffet, you're not leaving there fucking hungry. That's for sure. They give you a lot of food, man.
See, now, Andrew, I love the fucking cream. When I first moved in with my wife, she was buying all the milk at the farm, and we bought milk up to the farm until my daughter decided she was going to quit the same farm we bought the milk at, and I haven't had milk since from there or cream. But anyways, she would buy me the real cream for my coffee.
Right.
Oh my God, was it awesome.
It makes it good, but holy crap, does it make you fat?
It makes you fat, big time.
But man, is it good.
I'm already fat. I don't care. All you would.
You know what? It was fucking delicious.
What's it gonna do? Make me more fat?
Might as well go to get on the news. For they're cutting me out of my house in 6 years.
Oh, well, we're getting ready. We're getting ready to go. Like sometime this year, we're going down to Tennessee or whatever, and my kids and my wife want to ride that Alpine, fucking. Where you sit in it and you got the brake and the Alpine like roller coaster or whatever.
No, it's a cart that you sit in and you go in. Yeah, I know it is. The Alpine slide.
Yeah, so I'm like, she's like, would you ride it? And I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? I'm like, I'm sure they got a weight limit,
No, they don't.
Then she's like, yeah, they do, but so there's a weight limit, and I exceeded it. But then ever since January, I'm down like 33 or 34 pounds now from January.
Nice.
Nice job,
So,
man.
but now I'm underneath that fucking maximum weight limit, so I can ride that fucking thing now. So I'm
Get
like,
out of the way, bitches.
They let my father go
no, I
on it.
don't want to ride it, man. I really don't. But I can't fucking puss out. You can't
Well,
puss
what you
out
should
when
do-
everybody else, when the wife is riding it with the two boys. You can't puss out on that.
Now, is it the same ride I'm thinking about? Because like we have one in New Hampshire, one of the ski resorts. They call it the Alpine Slide.
Yeah, it's just like a thing.
Did you ever
that
do a
sit
water
on.
slide? Did you ever do a water slide? Okay.
No, this is like roller coaster rails. It's on two rails.
Okay. Well, the one we have, the one I did when I was like fucking 11, had you're in a little plastic cot, and you had the handle in front of you, that was in between your legs, and forward was go, and putting the brake on was pulling it up like an emergency brake. But it was on like you were in like a half tube, like a water slide, because people were going up. I mean, they were like almost coming out of this fucking thing because they were flying around the corners and shit. That's how fucking dangerous. I think that's why they went to of course, this is 1980, whatever. And that's probably why they changed to the rail system where they can't fucking go up and up. But they let my dad do it. And I'll tell you what, it was something.
Dude,
it was scary as fuck.
Turkey bacon. I ain't got a problem with turkey bacon. I like the turkey. I like turkey. Like ground turkey. We make turkey burgers, but we use Chick-fil-A has a Polynesian sauce, and we put Polynesian sauce all over the turkey burger, and we grill it with like a slice of pineapple and make and we put it on the
like a Hawaiian burger.
the Hawaiian buns or whatever. Man, they're fucking good, dude.
To me, I think it tastes fine, but if I call it turkey burger, it fucks with my head thinking real burger. I just call it ground turkey, and then I'm okay with it.
Yeah. But yeah, that Polynesian sauce that Chick-fil-A sells at the stores is fucking the bomb. And it's good on, I like it put it on wings and stuff too, but
yeah, I don't go out of my way to buy turkey bacon. Isn't it more expensive than regular bacon anyhow, or is it cheap?
Actually, right now turkey stuff is cheaper usually.
Is it?
I don't do turkey.
I'll tell you one thing though. My wife bought like imitation fucking sausage, breakfast sausage, like plant-based shit.
The links?
No, this is the patties.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, I don't know about this, right? So she fried it up.
They're kind of cool.
And it was pretty good. And you're on camera back there, so yeah, let me cam off.
Hey, Mrs. Ohio.
Hi.
But she cooked it up, and it was really good. And we both came to like the conclusion that we kind of liked it better than regular sausage because it didn't give you that feeling, that heavy
like
feeling
I
in
ate
your
too much
stomach.
fat feeling.
Yeah, and it tasted fun.
Yeah,
And
we use
the only thing about vegetable matter in sausage and burger and all that stuff, you have to look into the ingredients and find out what they hold that shit together with because they use some chemicals in there that are bad for you.
Well, no, it all depends which ones you get because like the
patties, pushing it. I'll share those DMs you sent me.
The patties that we had, Stevie, were they were sausage patties, but they weren't plant-based veggie ones. You know what I'm saying? It was Jimmy Dean sells them. They're about half the size of your fist.
Right.
I forget the name of the fucking things.
Yeah, I've had
they weren't veggie ones.
Gotcha.
It was sausage, but
not for a little bit.
Made out of Bath and Pock. I've had vegetarian link sausage, and they were really good. And they had the texture right. They had like the chunks in it, like it's supposed to have.
Yeah.
But the stuff they use, the chemicals and stuff they use to gel that shit together, you got to watch.
Yes.
'Cause it's not good for you.
Well,
That's
fuck,
what-
nothing's good for you anymore.
Either a moon
Shit.
pie, but that never stops.
Yeah, but it's actually worse for you than meat.
You hear
Everything-
what my wife said?
No.
She said it's not good for you. She'd say either a moon pies, but that never stopped him.
But it limits me.
Not me. I just the amount of fucking soda I drink. Jesus H Christ.
Right? You're
Yeah.
probably sugar cured like a big old ham.
You know. It's normally
Oh, Hondo's got a freezer full of rainbow trout. Nice.
nice. I like a
Rainbow
nice
trout
rainbow
is so
trout.
good I can eat it for breakfast.
No doubt.
Especially them little ones, man, about 10 inches.
Oh,
12.
I know. Yeah.
Oh, just snip the head off, snip the guts out, and cook them whole. Oh my God, they're so
We
good.
do that. I do that with brookies. The
They were
brookies I
saying-
caught with Ed, we did that.
I cooked some up for me and my daughter. Stayed a day after a family reunion, and there's a little creek down there, and I was catching them. I don't know why she couldn't catch them. I must have had the honey hole, just legal size, and we kept like 2 apiece, and went and fried up some eggs and potatoes.
Mhm.
Sorry, Mike, potatoes, and my daughter was literally taking the backbones and the ribs and sucking the rest of the meat off them. So good.
Yeah.
That does sound good.
I'll tell you, that got me.
Corner, and I got at least 2 creeks by my house to test.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you. These Suddeners got me. I was looking for different ways
Oh,
to fry the crappie I was catching last year.
yeah.
And then I come across this fucking guy who he goes, you don't even have to. He says, you don't even have to. He says, don't fillet it. He said, just, gut it. He said, you make 3 slits on each side of the fish and blah, blah, blah. You can leave the skin on it. Do this, do that, blah, blah, blah. He says, and then he says, if you do fillet it, he says, do this. And so he says, all these fish that I filleted, he says, don't throw this part out. And he chops all the tails off. And he fries the tails.
Yep. The crunchies.
He fries the tails.
Oh, and Dish, by the way, the other trout creek is
Yeah.
actually closer to my house up there, and you don't have to climb a cliff to get down to it.
Woohoo.
When Dish came up there with me, we walked down this dirt path way the fuck back in there because I remember the creek and I wanted to fish it. We get there and it's like, man, I don't remember it like that. It was like a 20-foot cliff we were at to climb. We're like looking at each other. Nah,
I'll pass today.
that ain't happening.
See, that's the best part about where I go to get my fish is there's no cliff or anything in Arthur Creatures, man. It just
Yeah,
just
right.
drive up in the drive-through.
If you can find the Arthur Creatures.
We have the only one left in the country.
Wow.
Dude, there's so many YouTube videos on this where people come up from all over the country to fucking
Yeah,
Cuyahoga Falls just to
That's cool. I could see that. But you were talking about Ohio being a test area for different restaurants and shit. I think more like they're using Ohio a test area for what chemicals human beings can withstand.
Oh, we can
Just
definitely some new stuff that we just found out.
Yeah, have
Yeah.
a drink of water. It's safe.
Oh yeah, the water's fine.
That's what they said. Isn't that what they said in Flint, Michigan, too? The water's fine. Just drink it.
Yeah. Just drink up, folks. It'll be all right.
It'd be all right. You'll have a third eye. You'll have a fucking second dick.
Right.
No,
Maybe
it ain't
four
gonna,
and
it ain't
three
gonna, it
arms.
ain't gonna do that to us. That's
Oh, yeah, that's
kids
right.
and our grandkids. So who cares about them?
Yeah.
That's their
True
problem. Drink up.
Yeah, right on, Gear. Fish is awesome in the garden.
Yep.
Yeah, it is. Best thing you
Back in
can
the
do.
day
Yeah,
when
I remember my dad always would throw fish guts and everything out in the garden.
Shut up, cat.
Wow.
Acts like
Problem
it's
is, if I do that, if I had a garden, I threw fish out in the fucking garden, you know what happened? I'd have every fucking raccoon, fucking skunk, and everybody else and his mother in my fucking garden.
That's what that cat was saying. Cat was calling Stevie out, saying, "Bullshit, you fucking liar."
Well, what I
used
to chop it up with a shovel real fine and then bury it right around the plant.
Right.
And I usually didn't have any trouble. But
That
holy
cat said,
plants used to
"Liar,
go bonkers.
liar." Did you hear that cat? Liar.
Jala, you tell it.
She howls like she in heat, and she's been fixed since she was a kitten. Maybe she identifies.
Well, Steve, get your finger out of her ass, and she probably wouldn't cry like that.
I think they still have that urge, even though they've been fixed.
Nah, she does it every night, like she's lonely or something. She'll do it in front of the woman who pets her and treats her like a baby all the time, in front of her door. And then when she don't open the door, she'll come to my door. It's like, no, you ain't sleeping in my room. Nope, that's my line.
Oh wow.
I got to get more water.
I tried that, but then my wife said that she paid for the bed. So
I was gonna leave, but I'm not gonna leave until Stevie gets back.
oh man, we're way past
No, it's
Mikey's
one-
bedtime.
Yeah, it's 1:30. Well, it's just about 1:30. I gotta go take my meds too for my fucking mouth.
Got it.
Female relative on here.
And whoops, a homemade chocolate chip cookie fell out of the cupboard.
Uh-oh.
Damn it.
Not that I know of. Not that I know of. I don't think I have any
dude.
female relative with a YouTube channel. Yeah, I never know. Hell, I'm fucking related to half the damn world.
Well, yeah, hello.
We don't have a family tree. We have family stick, and then
Exactly. See, now you're talking. Now you're talking like the hillbilly that you fucking are. So take the goddamn scally cap off.
That's why the cops put out-of-staters in jail.
You know, I told you that's what everything. You're all related. That's why they call it. You know what I mean? It's all relative down there, right, Dish?
Right. It's all relative.
It's all relative. You know, like they say in Maine, best part about a divorce in Maine is you can still be brother and sister. You know. All right, folks. Stevie, it's 1:25. I'm getting a little.
Oh, it is?
Well, yeah.
Well, let me close her down, bro. I didn't know it was that late.
Yeah, no, it's getting late for me
we're
anyway.
Get out of here, folks, so we can actually do some work tomorrow. Lord have mercy. I should turn my camera. Oh, wow. Why is your face so red? Sorry, I got sidetracked. I'm sitting right by the shower. Woohoo. All right, folks. Thank everybody. 392 comments tonight. That's freaking rocking. Have a great night. Peace out. And
see you later.
be nice.